paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions upon it, people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna steal your daughter at the mall. We're gonna steal your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going, yeah. We about to put on a show, these haters don't even know. They're in too deep like a hole. And they about to find out what it means when you enter into my house. How it feels when you always seem to strike out. Cause I don't lose, no I win, I go all out.
The air is filled up with suspense. We've got our dreams we must defend. And we know what we represent.
So we'll keep fighting till the end. And we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. And we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. This is our calling, this is our calling. This is our calling, this is our calling.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
Welcome back, you bitch. Oh, look at that. Mid suck.
Puff. I'm sorry. After that, I needed one. Good Lord.
Yes.
How you doing? No, it was beautiful though. Hang on, this is like taking over my microphone volume for whatever, it'll work. How you doing? I've never actually watched the full intro before. That was definitely something.
You were here. You were here last time.
No, I wasn't. There was a tornado.
Oh, yeah, you were not here.
Don't you remember every detail of everything ever? Come on.
Yeah, you were like, oh, it's the end of the world.
Well, okay. Yeah. Well, some of us don't stream from a basement.
Yeah, I stream from like my third floor. What are you talking about, basement?
I don't know. You mentioned you had a basement. I welcome
death.
I don't have a basement. I have a lot of people that would be happy if I died. Therefore, heretofore, I will continue to live out of spite.
That's unfortunate.
Welcome
everybody. Welcome
hi,
to the show. It's the 96th Camelcast. 4 away from 100, 304 naked snakes on the damn menu. We have Lauren
Disgusting.
Here for the second. What? No.
The egg, the floor.
Oh no!
Are the same eggs on the floor? The same eggs as before?
They are. Yes. That's
disgusting.
That's a
disgusting behavior. Actually,
I was talking about my titties. My titties come out.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure I would have some
preoccupied on the floor eggs.
I'd have an egg-related like diabetic condition if I had drank eggs 304 streams in a row.
Good Lord.
I'd be dead.
Congrats on 11th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was good. Speaking of 11th, Billy Hatcher. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. Billy! With the pink boy, says, glad you got 11th place, get better and better. Also, fuck that VTuber comp, Brandon Kirsche over politics. Hope you get a top 5 overall ranking. I hope so. It's very possible. We have a really, really good opportunity this weekend at Flat Rock in Michigan. By the way, I'll be in Michigan this weekend. And no one's coming with me again. So
yeah,
if y'all any of y'all are in Michigan, hit me up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a really fun race. We actually got a lot of TV time. We were real fast. We should have finished a little bit better, but I was happy. I was happy with how we did, getting better and whatnot, and getting a lot faster. The talent level is just way higher than I'm used to, and you just have to really push. I almost died, man. It got so hot in that car. It was the most exhausted I've ever been in a race car in my life. So that's pretty brutal, but a lot of fun. Very happy it all worked out. And we're going to talk about Kirsche, in the VTuber Con thing and whatnot. I know Kirsche doesn't like me over the Pippa stuff, but that's fine. I think it's bullshit anybody getting banned for any reason, like within reason. Obviously, if they killed like a 9-year-old and then they show up at a con, yeah, they probably shouldn't be allowed to be in the con. But that's pretty obvious. Thank you, Billy, for the first pink boy of the night. I appreciate you. Remember, every $100 super chat goes on my race car for Charlotte. So we're currently building that list. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. So I'm excited. Dr. B says Kirsche really does hate you. She might go after you for talking. I'm like not 16 and terminally online, so I don't care if anyone goes after me for any reason. People have been getting me swatted for years. I don't care if a VTuber talks about me. So it'll be all right. But I will talk about the VTuber. So yeah, we'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about Fanimecon updating their mask policy from...
Oh, man, that was fun.
Yeah, from required to recommended. So all the ugly 400-pound trans women are pissed off because they have to show their face. And no one wants to see that shit.
Well, they don't have to. They can still choose to wear a mask. That's the whole thing. But no, the fallout in those comments, someone tagged me in it, and I immediately, it's like, I know what I could do. Something funny. Share it with everyone.
Who gives a damn?
The people, no, it's just, man, the absolute number that 2020 and beyond did on people's brains should be studied.
Yeah.
I mean, on a more serious level than just us talking about it online. Maybe someday there will be some like DOI papers on it, but it is absolutely insane. There's studies now of a phenomenon called the Fogen effect, FOEGEN effect, which suggests that by deep inhalation of virus particles that are introduced by mask wearing, it actually significantly contributes to a higher mortality rate. But of course, if you show that to people, then it's real. It's real stuff. But people, in my mind, what mask wearing is an outward way to signify that you are quote unquote healthy for people who are not willing to put in the work otherwise. So that's their one, way to virtue signal, quote unquote, health.
Right. Yeah. It was a very interesting time to where people got the opportunity, especially people that don't do anything or have any influence, got the opportunity to, from a moral standpoint, wish death on other people and wish higher taxes on people and wish people imprisoned and wish all these things to happen to prove that they were morally superior.
They shouldn't be able to like get medical treatment, yada yada yada.
Yeah, I remember when people were like, "Yeah, if in New York, Bill de Blasio put forth that 800 line to snitch on your neighbors if they're not like vaccinated or wearing masks."
You've been reading my Twitter. You've been reading my Twitter feed.
Yeah, it's wild to me that all these people just conveniently want everybody to forget all this shit happened.
Yeah, well, some of us were busy archiving that entire time and have a trove of it. So I personally, again, it's the reason why I refuse to die, because I have many, many more years ahead of me of just being perfectly petty over these things. And if I died, that would kind of fall short of the goals. So
yeah, I'll never forget it.
They flooded that hotline with like pictures of like dicks and Hitler, and it was just lovely. It was a beautiful time. Everyone came together.
Thank God for that. Yeah, I know. I just remember the current administration pushing OSHA because they couldn't constitutionally push a mandate on people. So they tried to get OSHA to mandate everybody in the US to get vaccinated if they work in the workforce. And of course that didn't go through. Because the thing that's annoying the most about it is,
I mean, it had to be challenged in court first, which is why a lot of people who, it's all well and good to say, oh yeah, you should risk everything to say no to this. And I understand that, yeah, at the end of the day, that's the optimal thing to do for advancing the overall agenda of medical freedom, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, there are people who have, 3-4 young children at home, a wife who doesn't work, like, and they're the sole breadwinner. And like people like that, it really felt like they were over a barrel. And a lot of people went with, unfortunately, in some regard, went with like the Johnson & Johnson, because they're like, okay, well, it's a one and done. But the non-replicating adenovirus vaccines are actually the ones that have been the culprit of some of the most significant reactions. So it's that we know of so far. Unfortunately, we don't know the half-life of the gene expression for the mRNA vaccines, and that will continue to play out for who knows how long. But as far as like the significant, like the deep, like the thrombosis and clots and heart episodes, a lot of those came from Johnson & Johnson or AstraZeneca, or the ones that people thought were, okay, well, if I've got to do it, I'll do this one. You have 30-year-olds dropping dead of like horrible deaths. So no, I won't forget it. I won't forgive it either. So
I completely agree with you.
But plenty of people are like, okay, well, people are changing their minds. Like, we should applaud that. Like, you can.
Yeah,
I won't be joining. Thank you.
You're more than welcome to change your mind. But all it proves is that if anything similar to that happens again, you're going to be first in line to kill your neighbors over it.
As far as individuals go, I do have a little bit more like people who are realizing the depth of the deception. I guess maybe because I like when I went to college, I got super indoctrinated. I was like full on lefty, yada 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 for a while, and so I do 100% have more empathy for people who are not in media and or who don't have like a platform as their job. But if your job is to disseminate news and or to discuss news and you didn't do your due diligence, then like I have no sympathy for you, and I hope everything bad in the world happens to you, to be quite honest. I don't want you to be happy in your life. You don't deserve it.
Chris Cuomo is like coming out like now on podcast being like, there was a shadow thing in the works. And I'm like, yeah, everybody said that 4 years ago. And you were on CNN screaming that not getting the vaccine was racist. Like, what the fuck?
That it was racist. And he had his wife's name is Christina.
Yeah.
First of all, so Chris and Christina Cuomo is already ridiculous in and of itself. I'm sorry. Like, you shouldn't you shouldn't marry someone that has the same name as you. That's weird. So Chris and Christina Cuomo detailed this whole little blog on, it's still on her website. Is called Purist or The Purist. It's like a Gwyneth Paltrow Goop wannabe. She detailed out, if you Google the Chris Cuomo coronavirus protocol part 1 and 2, you'll see it. She talked about how they use potentized quinine and red light ultraviolet therapy to help with his perceived illness. I'm honestly not even convinced that he ever even had it. I think he wanted to do his bunker in the Hamptons kind of charade. But like they use potentized quinine to treat it. He now says that he takes ivermectin as a prophylaxis, but realistically, he was on CNN saying that if you took anything as prophylaxis that wasn't, FDA or CDC recommended, that you were again a danger to democracy or whatever. It's absurd. Absurd.
Do you remember?
I remember everything.
I know. I noticed the strangest patterns when this was happening.
That's illegal, by the way.
Yeah. And I remember seeing there were so many people verbatim saying the same exact things, but like from a personal experience,
there are NGOs that do that. There's one called Narrative Initiative, and that's essentially what they do. They want to disseminate the same phrases and talking points in a slightly different angle depending on where you spread that information. You have Narrative Initiative, you have Beautiful Trouble, you have Narrative. There's quite a few, and I have a lot of them. I've talked about them on my show. I don't remember them off top, but I know that those two are ones. Beautiful Trouble and Narrative Initiative. That's literally what they do. Their messaging is whenever everyone comes out saying the same thing, or even like the same thing in slightly different fonts all at once, it came from a think tank.
Yeah,
it came from like one of like the big five.
And it's weird because I remember individuals of mutuals of people I know saying the same shit. I remember this is the biggest one I remember. I remember when I saw it online first. I saw it on Twitter or whatever. And then like two of my individual like friends that I kind of know mutually or closer with when I was younger, like said the same shit like in a DM to me, like verbatim. And it was like almost this weird like I was in a simulation. They said this, and I noticed it online first. They said I just got over COVID, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Oh, I saw plenty of people saying that. Yeah.
And no, I had a friend, and I saw that all over online, and I was like, that's okay, that's weird, whatever. And then one of my friends, like out of nowhere, messaged me and was like, man, COVID's is no shit. Like it's brutal. I've been sick for 2 weeks and I'm finally getting better. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And they were like, yeah, dude, like you need to get vaccinated for sure. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to get it. Cause everybody was yelling at me. And they literally said, bro, like seriously consider it. I wouldn't have wished this on my worst enemy. And I'm like, why is everyone saying the same fucking line? It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. And this is a real person. This wasn't like a bot. And I was like, why are they saying the same?
Wasn't it though?
No. And there was multiple things that were coming out. There was another one of my favorites was, I'm a nurse at a hospital, and we had a guy come in, and he was being put on a ventilator, and he was screaming, "Please give me the vaccine!" And
said, with his last breath, yes, all he wanted.
Just give me the.
If only I had taken the vaccine. Yes.
I was like, what? And then the other one was.
There was a story like that came out of Las Vegas. I remember this one very specifically. The man never he did not exist. That whole story was fabricated.
Yeah.
I did the legwork on that. It was like in late 2021. It was a man in Las Vegas. They said like his wife and his kids were all there, and he was just like, as he was like dying, he was just like begging for the vaccine. Like he didn't actually even ever exist.
Yeah. No,
and they ended up trying to pull the story after I proved that he wasn't real. And
I don't think any of these people ever existed that were saying, oh, and one of the weirdest things about the entire, because remember, this was I mean, you know better than anybody else. It was a very strange time directly in the middle of 2020. I remember everybody complaining. People were complaining on Facebook in my local area about how hospitals are completely overrun and destroyed. And I went and I was just driving like past this place called Drake's. It's a really good place that has really good fried chicken.
I know Drake's.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking know.
I live here, dude.
We both live here. Yeah, I forget. Dude, Drake's is great. Anyways, I was leaving Drake's, and there's that hospital right there on fucking Drake or Jordan, or whatever the hell it is.
Yep.
And I drove and I went into the parking lot, and that sumbitch was completely empty. And this was at the height of COVID. And there was articles talking about that hospital being overrun. And then there was this lady that her entire social media was her going to different hospitals and showing that they're completely empty. And then she just got banned on everything.
Well, yeah, of course. No, what they did, how they could claim that was that they actually ended up making in most areas, they made about half of the beds in the hospital not available at all. And then they apportioned like another quarter of them for COVID only beds. And so most hospitals had about a quarter of their hospital actually functional. And the other were COVID beds, which were oftentimes not being used. And so they could say that they were overrun and overfull because the ones that they actually had available, which was still a quarter of their operational like capacity, were not available. That's how they got away with that.
Yeah, it was the weirdest shit. And I mean, we could talk about this for fucking hours and how, dude, somebody, one of my popular clips from back in the day is somebody said that I was killing their grandma by going out in public.
Rip.
And I was like, well, fuck your grandma. And they were like, what? How could you? You've changed.
The average age of death of people who died of COVID is like six years over the average life expectancy age. Most everyone who died with COVID died with like 3+ comorbidities. I think maybe 4, but I think it was at least at minimum 3. And obviously you don't want to be callous to death, but when you have people who, like, there was a guy, I believe it was Florida, where like he like got smeared down the highway in a motorcycle accident and they marked him as COVID. It's like, okay. And magically George Floyd was the only person who had COVID when he died who wasn't marked as a COVID death, and fentanyl and other things,
Fentanyl's real though.
I know, but I'm saying he had fentanyl in his system and technically COVID, and neither one of those were considered factors.
Yeah, it's weird. And it all leads us up to modern day in 2024 and how there are still people out there for some reason clinging on the virtue signaling.
This is so good.
They are clinging onto this virtue signal, like wear a mask or you're a murderer. And there's a anime con called Fanimecon. And this con was requiring people to wear a mask if you attended. Due to strong feedback from our attendees, staff, and local health partners, some events may require mandatory masking due to spacing issues and bigger crowds. But their masking policy was changed from required to strongly recommended, meaning they removed their mask requirement. And every single person in this reply section is mentally ill. Like every one of them's like, how just completely irreprehensible behavior. And of course I commented and I said, all the ugly people who rely on masks to hide their face and pretend to be virtuous are really angry at this change, because that's what it is. It's the fat, ugly people with the acne and you know what I'm saying?
It's a way of outwardly virtue signaling, quote unquote, health to people who are otherwise, typically speaking, painting with a broad brush here, and I do mean broad, are otherwise not very healthy. So again, it's a very easy way.
That was the most frustrating thing about all this. Can I do this? Nope. That was the most frustrating thing about all this. What are you trying to
do? You can take me off for a second if you need to.
No, it's good. I'll bring it back up in a second, but the most frustrating thing in all this was the 380-pound blue-haired fat women that were yelling about you don't care about people's health, and this is you don't care about your personal health. Did you notice this, Lauren? This is actually something that I noticed.
Plenty of things.
This is something I noticed that no one really talked about. I remember when I was 22, 23 years old, every single fast food joint had to offer healthier options and put their calorie counts on their menu because the fats wanted to be healthy and we wanted to have better lifestyles. As soon as COVID hit, every single fast food joint completely removed all their healthy and grilled chicken options due to restrictions and COVID restrictions, and they never brought them back. And suddenly all these people that cared about personal health 5 years ago, all they care about is your mask, your vaccines, and eating pizza until they fucking explode. What happened? They stopped caring about their actual health and started caring only about other people's health.
Well, it's a lot easier to police other people's behavior rather than doing the work on your own. So,
yeah. They won't. It's just wanting control. They just wanted control. That's all it was about. Speaking of control,
yes.
Where is it at? Patrick Williamson, in honor of you coming in 11th place. Man, I wish I would have came in 111th place.
Yeah, really, you got to come in last now.
What is it? There's gonna be 40 cars at Daytona. Hopefully, I finish last. Get me a sweet old $40 super chat. Thank you, Patrick. I love you. I appreciate you, dude. For the first goal boy of the night, closing in on that naked snake. Jordan with a $1. I love you. Thank you, man. What was I talking about? Shit, I don't forgot what I was talking about.
Control, blue-haired ladies.
Control.
But if you actually, so if you click on the link provided by Fanimecon, like they still require masks fully, in like the stuff that people were complaining about in the comments. They're like, well, but you still have this, and like the masks are still fully required, and like they have speed dating. I like, honestly, I wish I could be a fly on the wall for like Fanimecon speed dating. I feel like that would be hilarious.
Could you imagine? Could you absolutely?
Yes,
imagine?
I could. I absolutely could.
Ooh,
Are you kidding me?
Oh god. Okay, completely unrelated. Have you ever seen a Love on the Spectrum?
No,
Oh!
I don't.
Whoa!
I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest.
No, it's not. Me neither. I'm just saying.
It's
you have
TV.
to watch this.
What do you think it is?
No, it's literally that's the whole.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Shut your mouth. The whole show, Lauren, is literally people with like either low functioning or high functioning autism, and they just get put on blind dates, and it's unbelievable.
That sounds like hell.
It is It's so fun to watch because you start rooting for these people, and they get better. They get like better at it, and you're like really rooting for them. But there's this one Asian bitch, and she's like the main focus of like season 1, and I just can't stand her because she'll find a rocket scientist that's got a 19-inch cock, and he's like got abs, and he's the greatest guy that's ever existed. And then he's like, yeah, I do all these things. And then she's like, but are you into animation? Because she's like into animation.
I mean, you like what you like, man.
Yeah, but he could be like, oh, I'm actually into animation, but I haven't started studying it yet, but I plan to. And she's like immediately like, you have to have like a master's in animation and also love Comic-Con, or else she will not fuck you. It's the crazy.
I mean, a girl's got standards, all right. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna hate a girlie for having. Okay, well,
I hate her. I
Good
hate her.
for her.
Lauren.
Why? Do you want to date her? She wouldn't date you. Did you get rejected?
I'd dick her down for sure. She's pretty cute, but
Well,
I
there
don't
you
like
go.
animation. I don't care.
Well,
but I'll
then
lie.
then you don't have fundamental things in common. Well, that's a breach of trust.
I will lie so hard. I'll be like, I have a bachelor's
She'll
in
know.
arts with a focus on animation. I got it from LaGrange College in 2021.
LaGrange College.
That's what it's fucking called, bro. It's an animation school in Georgia. And I got all these things, and I'm currently working for Disney. And she'd be like, oh, I believe all that because I'm autistic. Take your jaws off, baby. What's up?
People with autism don't believe anything without. You kidding me?
That bitch. No. Anyways, it's a great show. But what's even more great is Down with Love.
Sounds awful.
It's Down syndrome people there going on blind dates, and it's so fucked up. Because like you obviously root for them, but they do not know like anything about relationships or sex.
Yeah, they're missing chromosomes. So
it's fucked up, bro.
Got to give them a break, I think.
And this one dude is
cut him a little slack.
This one dude is so like romantic, and he like writes poems about his lady, and they're terrible, but he loves her, and he's like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're enchanting, you're gorgeous. And then she fucking releases a Reddit thread about him like 2 years later, and she's like, this dude is fucked up. He's obsessed with sex. All he wants to do is fuck. Like he's not what he seems like on the TV. And I'm like, oh, dude, she's exposing his poor ass. It's brutal. God, it's wild. It's a fun little show, and there's only like one season on like both, so it's fun.
Slosher's right. They have extra chromosomes. It's the 21 is either fully replicated or like kind of on a like a sliding scale.
You would think having like an extra chromosome would make you better. I
mean, some people would argue that there are things that Down syndrome people enjoy more than anyone. Like, you've seen the whole like Shane. Shane Dawson. God,
you're showing your age, bro.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Shane Giz
turned out to be a pedophile. That was
Shane.
I guess he always was one. Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis. Thank you. Yeah. Right? God, I love his fucking Danny skit about how it's the happiest.
Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
He's over there, has them in his pockets.
He's been making them at night.
Amazing. Speaking of amazing, $100 super chat. We're putting him on the car for Charlotte.
Patrick.
Where's my notepad with my cars for Charlotte on them?
I have a whole new pack of notepads. I'm really excited about them.
That's weird.
Why is it weird? You're weird. You don't have one in your. You don't even know where yours is.
my
I got a 3-pack of Moleskins.
Yeah,
bitch.
I was talking about like the app on my computer, Notepad, not like a real one.
Pen and paper.
Yeah. What?
Pen and
you
paper.
Aren't that old. We're the same age, okay?
No, but pen and paper is just more gratifying.
Okay, whatever. Patrick, I love you, dude. I appreciate you. Give him a kiss on his pee-pee. So good. First Red Boy of the night.
Can I pass on that?
No,
Sorry, Patrick.
it's required.
I
you,
don't
Patrick.
believe it
I
is. Sorry.
appreciate you. It's
My
like
rejection is only because I care.
It's like the vaccine. Kiss the PP or die. OSHA's
I will die.
requiring
Thank you.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
was
limited.
promised. I was promised a winter of despair and death, which sounded kind of fun, and I never got one. I'm actually sad.
All you get is a government provided 27-second injection. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate you. I love you.
We looked this up the other day, like how many, if you had been following the like government protocol, like how many vaccines would you be on by now? And I believe that the answer at the time was like 9.
Could you imagine?
I don't know what the exact number is now, but it's like it's an absurd number. And then of course, if you are considered high risk, I think the number is like 2 or 3 extra over that, which is also absurd. So
it reminds me of going into a brick and mortar store in like 2000.
9. Okay.
When you're at the register and they're like, we got a discount card, we got this warranty program, we have a credit card, we have all these things. Do you want to donate to the little kids with 2 eyes, 3 eyes? And they throw 8 things at you.
If you have 3 eyes, then I assume like you've got more. That's a benefit. You should pay me money for not having 3 eyes.
I'm telling you, it's because every single politician had long-standing holdings in Moderna and fucking Pfizer.
Yeah.
That's why. And when you tell people that, like the normie, they're like, but that doesn't make sense because the vaccine's free. And I'm like, I will kill myself in front of all of you.
Moderna had under the auspices of a organization called Gavi, which is the Global Alliance for Vaccine Initiative or something like that, under the, CEPI, Coalition of Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. They had a meeting with Moderna on, I believe, January 11th, 2020, when they knew that there was a novel virus out of China, and they made the decision in this call to move forward with the WHO's Disease X blueprint, Disease X blueprint, hard to say. And they did that from then on out. And Moderna was the favorite until in the, okay, what are you doing, cat? Sorry, my cat's being, she's being a cat. So Moderna was the favorite. It was the one that was held up by all of these organizations, by CEPI, by Gavi, by WHO, until it didn't perform well in its first trials. Tal Zaks, the CEO, still pushed it, but Pfizer ended up winning out. And then also Pfizer has just like buku money and had a lot of sponsors, entire news organizations. So
yeah, you'd be like, there a talking head on CNN would be talking. There would be the live counter, like 27 billion people have died today. Make sure you get your vaccine, and then like a big window would come up, like
absurd.
It was like an animation, and it said presented by Pfizer. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No, there was like that whole collection of this is brought to you by Pfizer.
Yeah,
sponsored by Pfizer.
Yeah,
and Albert Bourla he's the CEO of Pfizer. He's an actual like lizard person. I'm not convinced. I'm not unconvinced that he's not. Lizard people is kind of a meme, but it's also not.
Yeah. So. Carrie said if they can make the vaccine free, they can make insulin free. Well, they'll never make
free.
They'll never make anything free.
There was nothing free about it.
Yeah, it was all just so the government
they were provided exclusive contracts by the government. We paid for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay for that for like the next 20 years.
Yeah, it's taxpayers' expense, and those who are on
ain't no such thing as free if it comes from the government. You kidding me?
Yeah, if you go to a country where stuff is free, it's only free for about 3 years, and then you're in a soup kitchen line, and then you're killed in the streets. That's how that Slosher says Lauren's dangerously based.
Thank you.
How am I just discovering her now? Well, because she got banned off YouTube.
I got banned off YouTube. I got debanked. I got deplatformed from Twitter like 30 times. I got banned off of Twitch.
Too based.
Anyways, hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
COVID destroyed so many of my worldviews at that point. Made me go down a rabbit hole reading about totalitarianism, government and propaganda. Thank you, Slosher. I appreciate you. It changed a lot of people's mind. No shit. Thank you, Slosher. First orange boy. Best orange boy. Rob. Yeah. Love you.
Yeah, I got debanked.
Thank you, Rob. Love you. Can't wait to see you this weekend. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to. MBT Steve says, I agree with Lauren. Nothing beats new pens and fresh notepads. That's so good.
Look at this bad brand new Sharpie gel.
I don't get it.
No, it's good. It's good for you. Build strong bones and teeth.
Mario Trujillo says, went to the censored during the vid and the lobby was empty. Also, never underestimate stupid people. They will always prove they're dumber. F humanity. Well, that's I see
ironic.
I see Instagram reels all the time of, I guess the algorithms noticed I like when people are interviewing college kids and like asking them very basic questions. And college, like the ones they pick out, I know it's selective editing, but God, some of these kids are absolutely borderline like brain dead. The
For
things they
what?
say, it's just like random interviews for random stuff that.
Oh, I hate man on the street interviews. They're awful.
Yeah, like some of these kids in college are. It's like, what are they even paying for? An education? What? Like, I'm so confused. It was awful. It's just these people are so dumb. And they always speak from a place of like a moral place, which is why they're so open to wishing death on people, because throughout all of history, anyone that's killed somebody else in mass over like anything, like whether it be political or religious, it's always from a moral standpoint. People that speak from a logical and a reason standpoint, they won't kill you over it. They'll just explain their reasoning or push their reasoning. People that argue from a moral standpoint will fucking kill you over it because they think your death is justifiably moral. Like it's justified that you should die to make the world a better place.
I think
and that's why all these people on the left,
people will kill each other over anything. There was that guy who, like, I guess it was yesterday, was saying how in order to like reach like net zero on carbon emissions, like we need to have like a culling of humanity. And he's a volcanologist, so I suggested that we throw him into a volcano to start it. But
that's how it works. Yeah, it's always like we got to kill like 100 million people.
And then he deleted his tweet, and then he was like, "No, but we need like another economic shock."
Yeah,
and his own statistics showed that there was like the economic shocks, the like deaths due to COVID, yada yada, that he was pointing out. They have a statistically like like not even an impact. But again, people who want to utilize statistics to prove a point often don't understand how they work.
Yeah.
For example, the whole per capita conundrum.
Oh, don't even start me. I'll get fucking pissed. I will get pissed, Lauren, in front of God and everybody right now, because fucking Carrie argued in the chat like a year ago. She argued with me about New York City, fucking in text, and I was like, Carrie, listen,
per capita, man,
like,
it's a bastard.
We're gonna do a thought like experiment. It's like take a 25 square miles, and then you take one of these 25 square miles has 1,000 deaths. The other one has 1 per year. Okay. Both have a 25 square mile like land mass. Which one's more dangerous? And it's like, well, it's obviously the one with 1 death. It's like, based on per capita, no, it's not. In Chicago's technically safer than the place I live that has 1 murder a fucking decade. But it's because I only have 200,000 people and you have 18 million. That's the difference. But it's like, well, but yeah, that makes sense because there's more people. Yeah, but it's still 25 square miles. Therefore, if you walk down the street in the dead area, you're going to get stabbed in the ass 1,000% more likely than here. That's the point. It's like, but per capita, bro. I'm like, I will kill myself. I just can't do this.
Well, don't do that. Or film it.
I'll do it, Lauren. Don't test me.
Do a flip.
No. You know how much I weigh? I'm top heavy. I'll explode. I'm doing that shit.
Top heavy.
Yeah, dude. No, God, per capita. God, it pisses me off every time. Every time. Oh, every time I see that tweet, it's like, statistics show the top 10 most dangerous cities in the U.S. And they're all fucking Missouri and Alabama. I'm like, fuck off. Where's Chicago?
Anytime they show statistics from Alabama, it's always from Jefferson County.
Yeah, it's Anniston. God, Anniston's one.
Or well, Anniston's changed a lot.
So. Yeah, I won't drive to that motherfucker. I won't drive to Gadsden or Anniston or Albertville or any of that shit. I hate those.
No, I take the bypass around Gadsden now. I still have some family down there. Most of them are leaving though. So.
I drive down 65 and I never look back.
You go down through Birmingham?
Yeah, fuck. I know it's longer. I don't care.
I mean, I guess coming from this side of town, it's not too bad.
I hate going through.
I like taking 231 down, like down through like Aniana.
Oh, and Sneed? What's wrong with you? No, gross.
Now you get to drive past that like awful water park outside. It's awesome.
You talking about fucking Valley Springs? What's it called? Big Spring?
I don't know what it's called. It's just down there on 231.
I know 431. Yeah, I used to go there. I had a season pass when I was 25.
Well, we have Point Mallard here.
No, Point Mallard's gay.
Well, so is that.
No, it was cool.
Yeah, it's like the same shit.
Splash and something. Fuck, what was it called?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out now, though. It's gonna bother me.
Splash and Dash.
Splash and Dash, huh?
No, I don't know what it's called.
Find out.
Slide. Yeah, it was
Pardon.
good.
This
It was
is
a good
important.
place.
I need to know.
Oh my god. Billy says I was at Birmingham for Talladega. Rest in peace. Birmingham's trash, man. Huntsville's the shit. Sebastian.
It used to be the Galleria was like the thing that.
Oh,
you
I
know,
remember that. And there
that
was
was a claim to
guitar center.
fame.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Good times.
Sebastian says, sorry if I'm bringing up drama. People keep saying you were disrespectful to her face, connect workmates. What the heck is she referencing? I just wish you guys buried the hatchet. Love you guys. I don't. She still talks about that. I don't think she talks about that.
What'd you do?
It was the same thing I said earlier about me posting a picture and fake doxing her, and I didn't know that was like a bad thing to do. That's it. I don't.
I was not aware that was a thing.
Yeah, I'm not involved.
It's called Spring Valley Beach, and it's temporarily closed according to Google Maps. So
yeah, of course it is. Thank you, Sebastian.
It's May.
What is she referencing? Yeah, it's referencing me posting that picture like a year ago, and like it was like a girl at my gym, and I put a emoji over her face and said it was not Pippa, and everybody freaked the fuck out, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a bad thing, and so everybody's pissed at me now.
Honest mistake, I reckon.
And I don't care. I don't like nothing I say or do is going to change. Like the people that are involved in these things, whether they be the actual VTuber themselves or fans, they will be talking about this or referencing it or still hold it against me when I'm fucking 50. I don't care. I race professionally. I can give two shits.
So next year.
Don't give a fuck. Yeah, like don't care what they do. I'm just like I will still talk about whatever news is happening. Doesn't bother me. Thank you, Sebastian. No, I don't have any problem with any of these people. But they are female, and their entire existence is based in drama and social and parasocial relationships. So yeah, they're gonna be talking about it for the rest of the time. I don't care. I'm talking about a thing about getting blacklisted from a con, which I don't agree with. I don't think anybody should be blacklisted over political reasons. That's really good. But we'll talk about that as well. But I want to read the guidelines to the Fanimecon and the masking. Thank you again, Sebastian. I love you. I appreciate you. All right. So we're going to read these guidelines to Fanimecon. And it says right here, let me zoom in because it's always so freaking small.
Enhance.
It says, I love how it says this year's Fanimecon policies regarding COVID-19. Like, what do you mean? It's like
2024 and the year of our Lord. It's been 4.5 years. My God, let it go.
Like the Rosetta Stone. It's this is so old.
Let it go.
Yeah, everyone attending Fanimecon, it's no longer required to be vaccinated against COVID-19, but are strongly recommended to wear a mask covering over the nose and mouth in all indoor. So it's strongly recommended, and they don't need to be vaccinated. Hell yeah, bro. What's up? What's up, dude?
Wow, the bar is very low for
dude.
For being impressed, huh?
Yeah, for real. We would like to encourage everyone attending to be fully vaccinated. Nope. Before the start of the con, in order to be better protected from who? It's so weird hearing these points regurgitated that have been dead since 2021 that like are completely irrelevant now. And it's like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when you go into a store and they have a really faded poster or like vinyl thing on the window where it says stay 6 feet apart. You can barely read it.
Right. Yeah.
And you're like, wow, you remember that? We were staying 6 feet apart and it was going to mean I wouldn't die. You know?
Be smart, stay apart. I remember the government putting out like an official like how to have like sex with randos advisory when they said use a glory hole. So, you know, any government that does that is not a serious one, in my opinion. No, that was like a recommendation from it was either our or Canada's government.
I remember. Oh, well, fucking Canada. Holy shit. Imagine living in Canada.
Oh,
Canada's one of the only countries where you have the product you buy, you have taxes on the product you buy, and then you have a random import cost to just specifically Canada. Then it's like an extra $50 on everything. So yeah, good luck with that bullshit. That's stupid. It says masking policy. Fanimecon is strongly recommending all attendees, guests, and staff to wear a mask covering their nose and mouth in all Fanimecon indoor. Dude, I would go to this just to not wear one since I wouldn't have to anymore. And just look at people fucking sneering. Well, you couldn't tell if they're sneering. You just see them.
You got a lot of Leafs in your chat. Yeah, that was the Canadian government's beautiful recommendations. There's a lot of Leafs.
Yeah, these fucking Leafs in my chat.
Leafies.
Angry bastards. No, certain activities.
I feel bad for them.
No, I'd kill myself. No, my friend, one of my friends that does YouTube, she lives in Canada, and she talks about how terrible it is. She's like, if a person
they just approved 66% capital gains tax over $250,000, fucking absurd.
Yeah, fuck that place. No,
Fucking absurd.
she was like, if somebody breaks into my house and I shoot them, and they're like, and they have like a sword or a pistol, and I shoot them and kill them, I'll be charged with murder. You're not allowed to defend yourself. And so much is a way to where it would take the intruder's life, or you can be charged for murder.
Well, the UK has something similar to that, and I forget the exact term for it, but essentially, I believe it's similar. Where like if you can respond with the amount of force that they like show towards you, but if you wait to respond with deadly force until they start to act like they might use deadly force, then like you're already a sitting duck. Because you have to work on your or can factor in your response time. Yeah, it's absurd. Like if someone like attacks you out of the blue and then you like beat the holy shit out of them, but they only got like a punch in, then you're likely going to get in trouble for beating the holy shit out of them, even though they deserve it, arguably.
Dude, in Alabama, if somebody just like if they break my little window and unlock my door and walk in my front door, I can blow them in half.
Well, I don't know that in Scottsboro there was a whole big case. I actually don't even know how it worked out, but a girl shot someone who entered her home, and which you would think was like stand your ground would hold, but they were trying to go after her anyways. I forget and it was like a known abuser of her who she killed. So I would still do it too. I would hope that the court would work out in my favor, but what was it? It's not eminent domain. What's the word for like being able to defend yourself in your home?
Castle doctrine.
Castle doctrine. Eminent domain is when the government steals your land.
Cackle doctrine.
Castle doctrine. There we go. There was a story out of Scottsboro. It's about a year and a half ago. I actually want to follow up on that now.
There must have been some extenuating circumstances, like these people.
Was there, or is it that the legal system works against us and not for us?
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
Yeah, well,
has it not been captured by Marxists and cultural Marxists who want everything to be eroded and replaced with everything that is fake and gay?
Imagine in any way, shape, or form relying on the government to protect you. Like the people that actively want you to die. They want you dead.
Yeah.
Pay me taxes and then die.
Then you can vote Democrat.
Yeah, people are wild as hell. Certain activities, departments, and or events may have additional policies. Attendees, guests, and staff will be required to follow any additional policies to participate in these activities, departments, and or events. Below is a list of the current departments events at Fanimecon with a mandatory masking policy. Black and white ball.
That's racist, first of all.
What the hell is a black and white ball?
It's racist.
Why?
Because white's not listed first.
Oh my god!
Sorry,
but it is capitalized. Remember when they wouldn't capitalize white? But
well,
black? Remember that?
I don't think I don't think the context is actually like black and white peoples here. So I don't know.
Well, it's not exactly black and white what they're saying. No, anyways.
Hell, I don't know.
Speed dating, which should be illegal, because if I go into speed dating and there's a chick and she got a mask on, then she takes it off and she has a freaking 5 o'clock shadow, I'm gonna be suing somebody. What if I dick her down? But she has a 5 o'clock.
You better be wearing a mask.
What if she has
use a glory hole? Use a glory hole and wear a mask. Obviously.
God, could you imagine? What a bunch of dumbasses. Karaoke, you have to use a mask to even sing J fashion, whatever the hell that is.
Racist.
I'm going to assume it's Japanese fashion. I'm just going to say that. And then even though these people would go to Japan and be like, ooh, it's just like one of my animes. And then all the people are looking at them like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, get out of here, please. Thank you.
They're like, hello, Japanese company. I would like to buy property here. And they're like, you black. You can't buy property. You black. And they're like, what? When?
No, I mean, it's amazing what happens when you have a homogenous society.
It's so funny when people are like, America needs to be more like Japan, and I'm like, there's a lot of things you can't do in Japan if you're black or white. It's like work in a corporate environment or own a property in 95% of places in Japan, and and they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, that's not true. I'm like, yeah, it is. Why do you think they're 99.8% natural born Japanese? If you are not at least 2 generations behind in Japan, they will not let you do certain things in Japan.
Biden just like put like an official statement out that like Japan's government, I believe, like rejected pretty much outright, where he's saying because they weren't taking in refugees, and he's like, this is like oppression and blah blah blah, and they're like, we don't care. Sorry. Yeah. Or I don't even think they said sorry.
Yeah,
like this isn't conducive to our goals.
Yeah, and it
which based.
Yeah, the thing about Japan, which Japan apparently is like starting to cave under this idea. So Japanese culture is fucked. It'll be gone in about 10 years, forever. So good riddance.
I'd give it a solid 30.
I need to go there and fucking hang out for a weekend before that shit happens. Can you imagine?
Actually.
No, did you see that fucking lady that
Which one? The one who embezzled money?
Oh no, but she went to Japan.
Oh.
She went to Japan and she went to a club and the club wouldn't let her in because it said Japanese only. And she started filming and screaming that they're racist. And they're like, we're not racist. They're like, it says Japanese only. You're not Japanese. And she's like, that's racist. It's like, no, it's the policy. And then she calls the police and the police show up. And she's like, they're racist. And the police are like, no, it says Japanese only. You're not Japanese. And they couldn't even fathom what they were talking about. Like,
They should have arrested her for causing a nuisance or like being
throw her in jail. Throw her in Japanese jail. Fuck that bitch. God, can I not have anything? What if I was Japanese? What if I was 5'2" and 114 pounds and I was Japanese?
Well, then you'd be 5'2", 114 pounds Japanese.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have my club. I couldn't go to my club and hit on the freaking 5'1" Japanese girls that are snacks because Tyrone's here. And he's fucking taking them all. He's taking them all because he's 6'4".
Sorry. Sorry. I'm not even sleeping. I've had the yawns all day. I woke up super early for no good reason.
Yeah. Slosher. Slosher says Cody, per capita is math, and math is colonial patriarchal oppression used to perpetuate a white soap supremacy.
Oh, this man gets it.
Oppression of the
Slosher gets it. Yeah.
Thank you, Slosher. I appreciate you. Dryless. 200 away from Naked Snake says Springfield 45 is my go-to. Great gun. Plus it's hollow point. Damn. You get hit by that, your life is quite diminished. You have a giant hole in you. Bro, Dryless. So they have these. I have a 12 gauge under my bed. Under both my beds. My guest room and my master. And I have a 12 gauge under both. And they just released like this new fucking 12 gauge like shotgun shell that has a goddamn giant like banana hollow point on it. So when it hits somebody, it opens up to the size of like a baseball. Could you imagine? You get cut in half with like 3 shots. Goo goo goo. You just a fucking half.
Perforated.
Woo! I tell you what. Thank you so much, Dryless, for your pink boy. Welcome back. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Dryless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The pink boys be coming in strong on your boy. 200 away from Naked Snake. Thank you, Dryless. I appreciate you. Josh Engelbrat, what's up, dude? How you doing, buddy? Hey, man, it was great meeting you and your dad in Nashville. Great race, and thanks for letting my son sit in the car. You're the GOAT. Yeah, I had to pressure him. I had to peer pressure his son to get in the car. I'm like, you get in the car now, and he's like, I don't want to. I'm like, get him in the car.
Get in the car.
Get him in there.
I got candy in there.
Yeah, and he, you know, when I was a kid, if anybody like ultimated my ass do a thing, I'd be like, no, please. So, but I'm sure he enjoyed it. He looked really happy once he got in there. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you. And I'm glad you were there. Sebastian Anon said, I go to this con just so when they demand I wear a mask, I'll put a pair of panties on my face. I'd fit right in. But get one of those like really gross.
It's a solid plan, honestly. I don't see what could go wrong.
Thank you, Sebastian. Appreciate you, dude. Oh my gosh. But Fanimecon's still not based. I mean, even the fact that they have anything that even says remotely COVID-19 policy means they're stuck in 2021.
It's California, man. Like, what do you expect?
No, that makes sense. Yeah, fuck California.
Like, it's still summer 2020 in California.
God, could you imagine? Ugh. Fuck, I hate California.
I like people the other day. I saw people is like one like content farm Twitter account that was like, look at what they've done to Beverly Hills, and it's like all the stores are empty and like there's like a stray dog running through an empty parking lot. I'm like, why are you complaining? I hope that this happens to the rest of it. Honestly, I wish the worst things possible for the people who live in Beverly Hills, California. Why are you trying to be like, look at what they took from us? They didn't take it from you. You don't own that. Good Lord.
God, what a terrible thing.
We used to be a proper country. Yeah, one without Beverly Hills in it. Honestly, just
God.
Erase it, please.
Was it Seth Rogen that was like, if you live in this beautiful city of Los Angeles, you should expect to have your car broken into. It's part of how like just life is here. And I'm like, are you retarded? No, I will not accept that.
Oh yeah, well, we all need to take life lessons and life advice from Seth fucking Rogen. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, what
I can't even do the laugh.
Yeah, like
so
fucking,
bad.
I thought he was
Oh.
funny when I was 13, and then
Yeah, then you
now-
turn 14, and then
Yeah.
things change.
Now I'm 34, and he's still like, I smoke weed, penises, and I'm like, what is wrong with
Yeah,
you?
he did like a comedy special the other day. I saw someone like posting like a screenshot of it, and it's like Seth Rogen smokes his bong, and I'm like, that is still working for you? I mean, I guess if it's still working, I can't necessarily hate milk that cash cow as long as it's giving milk. But holy shit,
God,
you would have think that like his none of it's graduated to a different level or evolved at all, really.
well, he still gets work, just like a lot of
That's what I'm
these-
saying. I guess if it works, it works.
Yeah. Well, it's not even. It doesn't have to work. There's a lot of these people that still get jobs because their PR, their marketing people, pays the piper and says like random statements about how white people are evil on Twitter, and they get their money and they get their job.
Mm.
That's all you have to do. I mean, there's a reason why every single.
I think that white
actor-
men are evil. Where's my check?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn
I'll say
it.
right now. Give me $10
No,
million.
Where's my check right now?
It happened to fucking ripped ass dude.
I picked the bear.
The fucking bear.
I
Alan-
picked the bear.
Alan Richson, the guy from Reacher.
Reacher, right?
Yeah, he came
I
out
think of him as
recently.
Thad Castle, to be honest. He's always
Well,
gonna
yeah.
be Thad Castle to me.
That too, but he recently came out and was like, "Oh, Trump's evil and racism and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh, there he goes. He's trying to get more work." And I'm like, "This is so lame. This is so
Well, because he got
predictable now."
typecast as like the Chad bro, which of course is racist in and of itself. So he's got to show that he's got nuance to him. He's got layers. He also thinks Trump is racist, which means he's multifaceted. He's a Chad bro and he'll say the lines.
He's very edgy. Yeah, he's
that's-
going
that's
against the
really-
grain here.
that's a
Like
twofer.
no one in Hollywood says those things. He's so individualistic, so silly.
Mm.
Nick, this is a great question. Nick poses in the chat. He says, "Here's a better question: would you choose a bear or a male feminist?"
A bear.
Yeah, 100%. I would even choose the bear with that because the male feminist is either going to A, be condescending and be a little bitch, or B, pretend to be my friend and agree with me so he can have sex with me. Because that's what
Or
male
I pick the male feminist and then I would kill him.
just kill
And then I
us.
would say and then I would say the bear did it.
That's a better plan. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
one less fucking manipulative dude. If you're a male feminist, that all that tells me is you're manipulative.
Ugh.
You're
No,
trying to
that's
trick
like the
women.
"where's my hug" type of dude.
Oh my god, yes,
Ew.
that fucking guy. Where's my hug, Lauren?
I don't know. I left it at home.
Where's my hug, Lauren?
I left it at home.
I
and
agree.
I pack heat. Okay, get away from me.
I agree with all your opinions. Where's my sex, Lauren?
Mm.
You owe it to me.
You think I worked this hard to achieve wizard status by having sex with randos? Because I did not.
I
Okay,
agree with the pay gap. Give me sex. That's what they do, man. They're fucking
that's
gross.
fucking disgusting.
God, what a bunch of bitch tits.
Vita,
Thanks.
yeah, no, I would kill him and then blame the bear.
I
The
would-
bear did it. He has a like fucking hole in his chest from a gun. The bear did it.
the
They're
bear.
learning. The bears are learning. We should study this. This is concerning.
The bears are learning. Make sure you guys like the show, by the way, in honor of the bears learning. Johan says, wizard or grand wizard status?
You're not privy to that information.
I think you have to hit like menopause before you can be a grand wizard.
Do you know what a grand wizard is?
No, I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Oh, it's KKK, right?
Yeah, okay.
That's funny. I'm glad I thought about that and didn't think about it at the same time. Thank you, Johan. Love you. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. Oh my god. Speaking of appreciating, our dear beloved Kirsche, who as the chat knows, does not like me. It's fine.
Unfathomable.
Rightfully so, though. She got blacklisted from Offkai, which is I believe a con that has panels that involve VTubers, and they were given a list as to why they were banned. And it says right here in a video I think she released. It says the staff, okay, just a long story short, the staff saw certain things she said online and it made them uncomfortable. So it says right here, there are a lot of volunteers involved in working either directly or indirectly with every guest and panelist, and it isn't exactly fair for us to ask them to do something they're not comfortable with. We are in a difficult spot of managing guest panelists, staff, industry expectations, and balancing them all. So
Asking them to be an adult is too much.
Oh, you know how it is.
Too much to ask for?
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, it says
Wow, okay.
we did get a list of screenshots of things that made the staff uncomfortable. If you do wish to see some, they're mostly tweets that you've made in the past. Could you imagine?
No.
God, like, oh my gosh. It's here. Let me pull it up because I didn't even have it pulled up here. It says right here, like here's everything it says. It says right here, I think it's fair to say that you're a bit controversial with your takes, especially for a staff largely based in California. This is indeed a fair assessment. I would like to think, while I have a stark contrast to the typical California person, I do not peddle in hateful rhetoric towards people. If people with communist beliefs would be okay, I do not see why I shouldn't be, even if they disagree with my opinion. So I guess it's a California thing. I don't really know, but you could quite literally at any point in any time say that you're not comfortable with something to like try to cancel somebody or get somebody removed from a con or a public event. That's such a lame excuse.
No, it's well, they know that they can apply leverage. They can get the outrage machine revved up. People who weren't even going to attend in the first place are going to say that they wouldn't attend if Kirsche is invited. And in order to make it go away and appease the rabid masses, that's what they'll do. They won't invite her.
Yeah.
I'm not very well versed in the wide world of VTuber drama, but I could imagine that it's probably a very difficult environment to navigate if you're not completely ideologically captured. So
100%. I mean, it's hard to navigate. It's hard to navigate if you're a VTuber, if you're a fan of VTubing, if you're not a fan of VTubing, or if you're just a fucking human. It's hard to navigate, man. I was involved in the VTubing spectrum for a week before I fucked up really hard, and now they all hate my ass except for Rosa Codal. I love you, Rosa. She's so good to me.
There you go.
She's a good person. And fucking Cottontail. God, Cottontail's awesome too. She's good. Mainly, dude, her voice is something else, bro. Like, first time I ever had her on my show, she just talks, bro. Makes my, like, if I could like drip, I was dripping, bro. She has a voice that's like encapsulating and just.
Is it an actual woman?
Yeah.
Well, okay, and I'm not saying that to be offensive to this person, but necessarily, but like that's what my impression of a lot of VTubers are people who use like an avatar of not their given biological sex for reasons beyond my comprehension, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. Cottontail's got a
no, not maybe. No, that's the truth.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, for example, Cottontail's got fat boobies and fat ass, and I would definitely fucking go to town. And she's also got a beautiful voice, and that makes my like.
Well, there you go.
Balls shake, dude.
I don't need all the details.
No, you need them. So it says right here, Kirsche says, I would indeed like to see these tweets. So here's the tweets right here. I don't know if she shows them right here. Oh, wait. Oh, look, by the way, it says right here, a lot of them come down to gender identity and DEI. That's what it's all about. You're not allowed to say anything about gender identity or you'll kill. Everybody's pissed. Everybody's pissed.
I think you can identify as a fucking cat. I'm very inclusive.
Dude, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. You can.
No, I don't. But
no, look, I think if you're a fucking adult, you can do whatever you want. I
don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean,
which is people's biggest problem is not only are they going to live out whatever lifestyle they want to live out, but they need everyone to bear witness to it. And if they express anything other than just unrestricted support, then they are hateful. Like, I don't care about anybody's business, much less yours.
Dude,
if you make me respond to it and react to it, and it's not going to be the way that you want me to.
Yeah, gender identity is quite literally the new veganism. Like it's people have to walk up and tell you exactly who they are, what they are, and you better respect it, or else I'm going to call the fucking police. And I'm like, well, we're not in Australia.
Call him, Deborah. We'll see what happens.
In Ireland, you'll get arrested over that shit now. If you
well, have you seen their speech commissioner?
Yeah.
His name's Jeremy Godfrey, and he is a goofy looking goober. So of
course he is. It reminds me of that Wiener dude. It's not Anthony Weiner. It's Scott Wiener, guy in California that was all about legalizing sodomy on young boys, or not legalizing it, making it.
He wants to. He lowered the restrictions for being like added to a like the pervert lists. Yeah.
Yeah, sex offender list. And there, of course, there's pictures of him being goofy and in a thong at a fucking gay property. Of course, there is. And also, I think he had a part in decriminalizing knowingly giving somebody HIV in California as well.
Yep, that's part of it. Here you go.
Of course, he is.
Here's a picture of Jeremy Godfrey.
Oh, here we go.
Chat. This is the this is the speech.
God.
No, this is the speech commissioner in Ireland who's deciding what you say, if what you're saying online is offensive or not. I shit you not.
Of course he doesn't know what gender I am. He can't even see straight, man.
He's a goofy looking guy. That is the guy. He also like did work in Hong Kong. He's an interesting feller. So yeah, that's the guy who's deciding what's hate speech online. Aren't you? Don't you feel safer?
I don't like how we have all these nerds deciding all this shit.
Yeah, well,
of
Revenge of the Nerds.
They're gonna clap
2024
back.
is much worse.
Back. All those swirlies they got in school, they're fucking clapped back. They're clapping back. They're pissed off. So let's see some of these tweets that got Kirsche blacklisted.
I'm gonna go off screen for just a second. I'm gonna refill my cat's water. She is being a cat about it. So, but I'm here. I'll be right back.
So here's a handful of the tweets that got Kirsche blacklisted from AFCA. Obviously, they have to do with LGBTQ based stuff. DEI isn't dying, and we haven't won. I've been talking about Bridge for months. Stuff like that. Popular tweet from back in the day. Got a notice that YouTube added pronouns to their creator profiles. I'm glad that as a part Italian, my preferred pronouns of A is available after its last strange decision to get rid of everyone's discriminator. Discord seems to be rolling out a pronoun feature for your bio. So obviously you can see Kirsche is violently based in the ways of DEI and pronoun shit, which I agree with. Which is ultimately what got her blacklisted from AFCA. And these things are going to continue to happen, especially, it must be really, really hard to navigate when you're in the VTuber spectrum. You know, like if you're in the, I mean, look at Pippa's been warned probably 400 times for saying base shit by her management. The only way you can really be based is be indie. And one thing is, even if you're indie, you're going to get blacklisted from a lot of cons because you have to follow the exact same ideological guideline as everyone else. Keep in mind that a lot of these people that are viewing VTubers are 13 to 17-year-old people that probably occupy these spaces. And they all hold the opinion. I mean, when I was a teenager, I also held that opinion. I held the opinion that, I remember this, and look, this is going to be real gay. But when I was a teenager, I remember thinking Republicans were like evil and racist and like wanted money. And I thought Democrats were the party that was supposed to help people.
They were fun. Yeah, no, they were fun. They wanted to save the whales and shit.
Yeah, I was a dumbass kid. And then you get older, and then if you see that first tax fucking bill come out, and you're like, oh, never mind. So then you start like being able to actually understand what's going on in life and what's really, what's the real deal here. But you'll hear from a lot of people that there are people in their 30s and 40s that still believe this shit. They still believe that like Republicans are racist and Democrats are like for poor people. And I'm like, are you fucking 12? I thought that when I was 12. How have you not got past that? Holy shit.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say that out loud.
What are you about to say? Say it, Lauren.
No, it's a no. Never mind.
Oh, is it the N-word? Don't say that. Why would you do that?
That's not something I make a regular habit out of.
No, me neither. Gross. No shit. Story time. I remember, I've lived in Huntsville for a long time, and there was never really a time where I used the N-word. I always thought it was kind of strange. But then again, I grew up in a family that was not from the South. And I remember I moved to, Huntsville in 2010, bought a house. And then like in 2016, I went back to my hometown for some kind of family thing or something. And
it's always a shock, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it wasn't my family. I went to my family's thing, and then like 2 doors down, coincidentally, one of my high school friends had bought that house 2 doors down from whatever family event. So they were like waving at me from like 2 doors down. I was like, holy shit, it's so and so. And I walked over there, and like within like their third breath, they said the N-word like with a hard R, like unironically. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was like joking. I was like, you still say that, man? We're not 14. What the fuck? And it's somebody that's never left the hometown.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I just think if you're gonna be critical of things, especially something that's like a sensitive topic, it's better to be specific and not just rely on immutable characteristics.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of ammo wherever you look.
Yeah, you can do a lot of fun stuff. Like
Don't be lazy.
yeah, that's just
If you're gonna
lazy.
be a hater, don't be lazy.
Malcheron says you should play some of Cottontail VA's covers, or the cover of I Like the Way You Kiss Me, and her other covers. Bro, I have her entire playlist or her entire like discography or song list off Spotify on my gym playlist, bro. I already know. Okay. Already know about cotton shit. Thank you, Malcheron. I appreciate you. And speaking of shit, $100 super chat from Drylist, the man himself, the OGest of all OGs. My boy. This is what he has to say to us. Let me put him on the card real quick for Charlotte. Drylist. I keep burping. God, it's killing me. Says, y'all need to understand. I hold the number 3. I know I don't chime in every day. I have a life to live, games to play. I do not cater to you. I do what I want. Here's a red boy. And no, unlike you, I do not take back donations. That's because you're true blue. Drylist is the goat, the man, the based boy. Thank you, Drylist. We love you. And I appreciate you always support me all the way back since 2019. You are a gift, and I appreciate you, my boy. I think he's literally my oldest mod that I haven't removed because they disappeared or died or something. Man, I shouldn't say that. They didn't die. I'm just saying.
No, it's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Do,
Thank you,
phenomenon.
Drylist. We love you, Drylist. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Now
Drylist.
Charon says Rosa caught a 10-day ban for something, and after it was over, she said she thought it, and she was right and wouldn't apologize. Good. I got banned on Twitter, and I didn't appeal it for like 4 months because I was like, fuck y'all. And then
No, because oftentimes they require you to take down whatever it is you said.
Exactly. And then
No, I'm gonna die on that hill. Thank you.
Yeah, and then 4 months later they unlocked my account, and then I got banned like 2 weeks later. It didn't matter. I shouldn't have called a furry. I called a furry something. I don't remember what I did. I called a furry some shit, and one of their parasocial fucking like, what's the word? Stalkers that love them and adore them and everything about them and like literally masturbate their cartoon pictures on 4chan. They went through my entire list of all my tweets and found a tweet that you could in certain contexts see as threatening, and they got me permabanned forever from it.
I got banned from my first ban in 2020 was for making a joke about suicide on a jet ski.
Damn.
I know.
You know what I did? I quote tweeted a article talking about a New Zealand man was at his home at night, and somebody broke in, and instead of them like getting hurt, they just graped the guy that broke in. And it's funny. It's kind of like funny.
I remember that. Yeah. Well,
I quote.
Won't do that again, will you?
No. I quote tweeted it, and I was like, if you broke in my house, I'd do the same thing. I got permabanned for life. And then there was like 4 other giant popular accounts that basically said the exact same thing I did, and they never got even in trouble for it. It was because
of course not.
There's this furry named Blue Fulf or something on Twitter, and I think they have friends that work within like Twitter's actual like department.
There's a lot of that.
This Blue Fulf person has all kinds of tweets talking about how like they fantasize having sex with children and stuff, and they've been banned before, but they keep coming back because one of their friends works within Twitter, which got me permabanned forever. Filed 500 appeals, and then I got bored of following them, so I stopped.
Yeah, my first account got banned at like 120,000 followers or so.
Yeah,
and then after that, they didn't last for longer than like a few weeks at a time until this last one. So
yeah,
it's good
30.
times.
I got
Damn, Drylist.
Now Charon, love you, appreciate you. And Drylist is just slinging reds like it ain't nobody's goddamn business. Could you believe it? Here's 100 more. Mod me eternally until you die. Plays the rage music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Drylist. Let me put you on the car again.
Excuse you.
For Drylist. Charlotte Motor Speedway. My dream track. I've been looking forward to this since I was 9 years old, and in 2 weeks I run Charlotte Motor Speedway.
That's awesome.
So excited. It's gonna be on at nighttime on Fox Sports 1, bro. Don't miss that shit. It's gonna be great. Thank you, Drylist. I love you. God, it's exciting. Drylist, you're the man. 2 red boys in a row from Drylist. What a beautiful man. That puts exactly halfway to fight milk. Oh my god, the secret gold wrench.
The same disgusting eggs on the same floor. Oh,
the same egg floor shit I got.
I'm concerned for your health.
Yeah.
Like
No,
not in like a wear a mask way, but like in an actual way of you're eating floor eggs for donations on
you got
the
a problem
internet.
with floor eggs, bro?
I do have a problem with floor eggs. I do. I'm sorry to be discriminatory, but so you got to draw the line somewhere. That one's mine, apparently. I don't really like eggs to begin with, much less month-old floor eggs.
Yeah, I love
I
eggs.
even died last time, so whatever.
Speaking of eggs, Josh says when's the next race? It is at Flat Rock Speedway in Michigan. So you can watch me there. If you're gonna go, if no one's gonna be there, so if you're gonna be there, please let me know because it's gonna be one of those really, really lonely events, and I would love to have some people there to hang out with because Kansas was excruciating. The race was awesome, but there was no one there. I was like alone. It felt really strange. So make sure you do that. And I want to pull up some stuff real quick, like if it's still on here. It's like so
you can
hard.
do it.
I'm trying. Goddamn, Lauren, Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know performing under pressure sometimes
Stop.
it's difficult,
You're so mean to me.
I am sometimes.
Anyways,
I'm mean to everybody though. I'm an equal opportunity offender.
let me find somebody mentioned me. Oh yeah, let me go to mentions. Easier.
That'll do it.
Yeah, there it is. All right, so I'm gonna pull up some stuff. I never did a race recap this week, so I'm gonna pull this up for 2 seconds and show you some cool footage and talk about this race for literally 5 minutes, and then we're gonna move on to some spicy shit. But I do want to talk about this because it's part of my goddamn life. It means a lot to me. All right, so last week we were at Nashville Fairgrounds. We had a lot of fun. The car was real fast. I learned a lot halfway through the race, and I was just having a good ass time. I was running 10th with like 20 laps to go, and I got loose. I thought I had a right rear going down, got loose, pretty much used 2 laps filling it out. The guy in 10th got by me, or the guy in 11th got by me. I went back to 11th, and then I started coming back and getting faster, and I was probably 30 feet from him when the checkered flag came out. And if I had 10 more laps, we'd have got another top 10, which would have been the first time since like the early 2000s that this team had 2 top 10s in a single year. So if we can lock down one more, we're going to make history. So that's really cool. But one of the best parts of this race is this part right here. This guy was real fast. Let me turn on the speakies. So this guy was real fast, and he started blowing steam. His car was overheating. Look at this shit. So he decides to pit right here. Watch when he goes to pit right here. On the next lap, he's going to go pit, and you're going to see the funniest shit. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's me. You're going to see something abnormal. And I feel bad. But, when you're a viewer, you're like, what the fuck just happened? Here it goes. Yeah, I was not. Yeah, you're right. He's going to pit right here because he's blowing steam because his car is getting way too hot. And some stuff's going to go down. Yeah, here it is. So he's about to pit right here. But he doesn't prepare well enough for this pit stop. And you're going to see it right here. Here it comes. Here he's going to pit right here. Watch.
Let's take a look. Actually, let's take a look at that scene.
Oh no!
Oh no! What just happened? Damn it, Tanner! What
Relatable.
Poor guy, man. Just to give some context, this dude blew his engine in practice. They put a new engine in it. Like, I know shit. Like, they put a new engine in it in like 2 hours. It was unbelievable watching this shit. And goes out and this happens. And I know what happened. Most racetracks you're going around, and the pit road's pretty wide open. This one was really tight, and he probably just turned left and then had a half a second and couldn't do anything and just hit it head slap on, bro.
What is that thing made of? Is that
it's a tire. It's a giant monster truck tire.
Okay, I was trying to figure out the material. Okay.
It keeps you from hitting this freaking cement wall head on and dying. But yeah, he just nails it, man. You can see him blowing steam right here. Blowing steam real back. And then here it goes. God, it's wild. It's brutal. It did its job. Yeah, he didn't get hurt at all.
The sparks flying under his car too. Yikes.
Yeah.
Well,
so anyway,
I mean, that's one way to go to the pit.
That's one way to definitely not get in the pits at all. But then we have the next restart. You can see me right here. I'm waiting patiently. Oh my gosh, I keep burping. God, monsters, man. They just get me. They just get me so good. There's some really, really good footage. And because this is where we start getting real fast and real racy. Let me find it.
Isabella, that
It's
55.
actually
Where are you at?
the second restart. We have a really, really good restart. And I have new tires on. Man, it's so cuddly. Hey, you can see right here. I'm 6th in points.
He's going to give up a
Pretty cool.
Hey.
Hey,
chunk of points tonight. We
So
don't
Hey.
know
the
exactly
goal is
how big
5th, and I think we can get that.
life and are behind the pace.
So they call it Arca Breaks for a reason. You ain't lying, dude. All right, and here's the next restart right here.
Only a couple of laps off
There's
the
my
pace
GPS again.
in the 95 car.
And we have a really good restart, and we have some really good footage of fucking
Little
racing.
contact off of turn 2.
Beep, 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 beep. This is a really fast track, man. A lot of banking. There's a lot of fun to run this track.
All 3 of those cars still on the lead lap.
And I'm up here like 8th in line because I'm like 2 laps down. So I'm up here passing guys that are on the lead lap, which is kind of sad and frustrating for me because I'm like, man, I could be. If we wouldn't have lost that lap in the beginning, we would have been good, man. But I'm still learning. Every time I get to a new track, the first 50 laps or 80 laps, I'm learning, and then I get really efficient at running in circles. And then here I am right here. You can see my little Camelcast car.
Aw. It looks really sharp.
It does look great. And
Yeah.
we're chasing
That's
down
awesome.
Caleb Costa.
That's badass. That's a good shot.
Yeah, we're racing real hard.
You should make that like your banner. Like you like running up on a car. It's awesome.
Yeah. And then they just start talking about me, which was very unexpected.
Started his own cleaning company to help fund
Which
his
is nice.
racing
It was nice to see.
exploits. There's Cody Dedison in the 06 car for Wayne Peterson Racing.
Anyways, and then there's a really good fucking shot where we were getting real racy, and car like gets into the wall or almost gets into the wall, and
In line, a little tail happy there
it was
on
a real
turn
cool
4
shot.
There behind
Ooh.
it.
Yeah, he wrecked immediately in the
Starts
very
tonight,
first race.
Isabella Robusto, even though she
Man,
gave
I would
up
be
that
so
spot,
embarrassed.
just
He
like
hit some
had
oil.
it.
It wasn't his fault.
Yeah, but still.
It sucks. I've been
It doesn't matter if it's your fault. Like
Outside,
I
Cole's.
not outside,
I
it's
get like
back of the
crippling
top
embarrassment
five.
where I would rather just
Oh well, oh no, yeah, you'd be
evaporate.
you'd be embarrassed no
Back
matter what
from
for
Andrew
sure.
Patterson.
But Cole in the chat, as was the smaller steering wheel helping. Yeah, it helped a lot, but I still almost died. I still passed out a little. So, we're gonna have an 8 steering box in Flat Rock, so this will be good. And then I'm racing. See, look at it up. And here I am. We're just all battling right here.
Close call there for Caleb Costner.
If I was on the lead lap here, I'd be like in 7th. It was
Got up into the
we were real
outside
close,
wall.
racing real close here.
You can see that car really tight there for Caleb Costner through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, the car was fast, man. Car was fast. A lot of fun.
Way up the racetrack again. He is really working that steering wheel.
And you got to see Public Square and Camelcast, just every freaking shot.
In 7th.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than people think. All this is very strenuous and crazy.
Cody Dennison in that 06 car back in 10th. Couple of laps off the pace.
Anyways, so that was like but there was a lot of cool TV time in this race.
Caleb really
I like getting cool TV time. Anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that.
No, it's
for just a sec.
awesome.
Thank you, Dralis. Thank you,
We
Dralis.
should talk about the cool things that you do.
Yeah, people like it. People have been supporting me a lot. So that's really cool to see. I mean, look at Dralis. Every red boy goes on the race car, and people just be slinging them and wanting to see their names on the car. I'm probably going to combine all of them for Charlotte and just have like 100 names on the car. So it's going to be really interesting. And I'm talking about all the ones since I introduced the Timcast car because I keep forgetting to get pictures of the names, and I feel like I'm fucking people over. So I'm probably just going to put all of them on there just so everybody's represented. Because it's been cool. Train those neck muscles, man. I can't even begin to tell you how rough that race was. At the end of the race, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die, man. I thought I was gonna die. We have 500 people watching. Make sure you do me
That's
a
crazy.
big favor. Do me a big favor and Lauren a big favor because it helps her. It helps me ask her to come on every Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. With
I
no
can't
notice.
do it all the time, but
Every
I
day.
will.
No, we're just gonna be 5 days.
Occasionally.
5 days. a week.
No.
6 days a week. How about that?
Make it set. Make it 7. You got to do.
We're doing it. No, thank you guys. Make sure you like the show. Please like the show. Helps me out a lot. So get on it, doggone it. And I'll see you guys in Flat Rock, Michigan in 4 days. So exciting.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out about it. Because it's it's the smallest track I've ever ran in my entire life. It's like it's a tiny little, it's like a quarter mile. It's wild. And I'm like, this is going to be stressful. And then we're going to Charlotte, which is a huge track. It's a mile and a half.
Yeah. That is a big track.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Not like Talladega though. Like the intro's Talladega, and that track's 2.6 miles. It's just and you're just full throttle the entire time, the whole time. So very, very excited. So thank you guys for supporting that venture, and thank you for watching the pre-race streams. I had like 380 people in my pre-race stream. Me walking around,
cool.
just looking vertically into the camera. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be fun. Bree West is Talladega in the fall. I may be running the Xfinity. What? No Talladega in the fall. Cole says make sure they have enough water to drink. Yeah, we got that covered. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get that covered. All right, like the show, bitches. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Fuck y'all. I mean, like
obviously,
I appreciate y'all. You guys are the goats. You're the goats.
Yes.
You're too good to you, boy. So
boy.
Yeah, make sure you follow Lauren as well.
Yeah.
Follow Lauren right now. Wait, let me get your link. I always forget to do that.
That's Somebitchiknow on Twitter with 2 eyes between bitch and no.
I'll post both your links then. What's up?
Oh, okay.
I
got banned a few times.
Same. It's so sad. Cornelia says love on the spectrum is funny and all, but down for love is way better on Rumble. Thank you, my friend. Apparently, I only have 3 streams ever on Rumble. Let me find you on Rumble. Hey, we got 300 people watching on Rumble. Thank you guys.
I have a show called Big Dig Energy on Rumble. Dig
as in dig, as in dog,
as in diggy, dig. Yo diggity, no doubt, or no diggity, no doubt.
No diggity. I like to bag it up. I like the way
exactly.
You work.
Yeah, there we go. See,
I like to bag it back. God, hip hop was so cool back in the day. What happened? There's the link. Matthew Hammond says, I'm a proud of Cody. Someone chasing their dreams is awesome. Thank you, Matthew.
I'm a proud of Cody.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I've pretty much accepted that I might go bankrupt, but it's fine. I've accepted that it's okay. I know my YouTube channel is probably gonna die, and I've also accepted that's okay, because if I'm 80, I'm not gonna be like, damn, I wish I'd have had a successful YouTube channel for a couple more years. When I get 80, I'm gonna be like, man, racing Talladega and Charlotte was the coolest shit. I was so glad I got to do that. So thank you, Matt.
All gas, no brakes.
Although I am still doing my shows. I'm still having a lot of fun. I'm still inviting very colorful, lounge-looking lounge day guest on. They don't get the joke.
Just don't get fat again. Says more. Jeez.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
Hey, real friends hold you accountable.
That's for sure. I'll ask it again. Any road courses? Yeah, Mid Ohio and Watkins Glen. So running both of them. Running both. Don't forget. Do they use hydrogen as fuel for NASCAR? They use super leaded 114 fuel. I think it might be ethanol based. I'm not sure. Anyways, where's the single ladies at? Why does Cody only have hot married women on?
I'm not married.
She's not hot and married. You could have made such a great joke there. You could have been like, I'm not hot nor married. That'd have been hilarious.
Well, I mean, the other one goes without saying, but I'm not married.
Self-deprecating humor is what I love and enjoy about life.
Makes the world go round.
It does, man. It does. Jesus, it's great. Oh my God, it's Michael Marooks. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Congrats on almost 50K. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for you. Make sure you let me know when you're going to come to another race so we can be bros. And you can tower over me because you're like 6'3". Why is everybody so much taller than me? It's so annoying. I go to a family reunion and I'm freaking towering over everybody. And then I go to a con and everybody's 6'5". And I'm like, why are you guys giants? Why is everybody above average height? It's 5'9".
It's hard to say.
Somebody said, what the hell is that hum? You guys
my microphone is like adjusting its own settings, so it could very well be me.
God,
I don't really know why it's doing that either, to be honest. So
I don't like when it's like there's like a thing where you can click and it says auto adjust all, auto adjust all your shit.
I don't know why it's doing it, to be honest. But it is doing it, so there is that. Let me fiddle really quick, actually.
You have a fiddle? Do you play fiddle?
No, I said let me fiddle. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing it. So
how you doing, Hypnotic? Hope you're doing well. I'm so happy to see Hypnotic's show fucking popping off every day. Congrats, dude. I remember when you were talking about doing it, and I'm like, yeah, you're going to do well, and you are, man. You are. Good job. Good job, Mr. Hypnotic. Thank you, my friend. We are 494 until Fight Milk. I appreciate you guys so much for helping your boy out. We're at 304 naked snakes in a row. I really appreciate all the support there. And yeah, just been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun to watch everything go down. It's been really, really
is this
cool.
better?
It sounds fine.
Okay.
I want you to tell me something, Lauren.
What?
How do people get this large?
Oh boy. Well, I would guess primarily by not maintaining a calorie deficit.
Well, yes. Damn.
What?
Even got the hernias and shit. Fuck, it's brutal.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, I know all about this. So here's my explanation, Lauren. So I said, having zero self-control, these people eat until they're about to burst for every meal. They eat a dessert with every meal. Then they eat chips or cookies until their next meal. Also combine soda and alcohol with all of this. And you're at 10 to 12 to 15,000 calories a day. This is going to get you to 400 pounds within about 2
real quick. Yep.
Yeah, it's gross. And it's a thing that's it's very new because the world's fattest man in like 1920 was 300 pounds.
I know. If you go back and look at like pictures of like the circus from the turn of the century, from between the 1800s and 1900s, like they'd have like the big man or whatever, and it's just like an average American from
it's like
today.
An average dude. Yeah. It's crazy. And then you see like a 1979 like home video of the beach in like California, and every single woman is like brown and perfect looking. And then you go to beaches now, and every single person is 400 pounds.
I think that one thing that's very sad about kind of this sort of, I guess, culture, the healthy at every size kind of culture, is that for everyone who, suggests that perhaps this is not the healthiest way to live, and if you would like to, see your 60s, you should maybe consider, or perhaps even your 50s, to be honest, you should make you should really consider making some lifestyle changes. Of course, it's difficult. It's not going to be easy. These sort of things aren't like kind of like the whole wearing a mask thing. Like, that was a very easy way to virtue signal your health. Like when I was overweight, I really hoped that someone would just be like, yeah, I just drink like a pint of pickle juice every night and the weight just like fell off. But there's no easy way to do it. It takes hard work.
It's hard.
And especially when you've created really bad habits that you have to break and then overcome and then create new habits. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. And it's going to be frustrating. You're going to fall off the wagon a few times probably. And it's not going to be easy. Yeah. And so instead of moving in that direction, because it's hard and you run the risk of failing a few times and feeling even worse about yourself, you go to the people who just tell you that you're perfect the way that you are. And that it's it's white supremacy, or it's society, or the patriarchy, or pick your poison. Literally, and they are going to you're perfect just the way you are themselves right into the grave. So
yeah, and it's all covered by EBT. So like food stamps, you can go to Costco, you can get four ribeyes, and you can get all kinds of healthy choices and reasonable choices when it comes to protein intake. You can get chicken and all that shit.
Sure.
And you'll spend about $280 if you get all this stuff in bulk. You can go to Walmart with EBT, and you can buy 10 boxes of Little Debbie's, and you can buy 12 frozen pizzas. And it's only
I do like a good Little Debbie every now and then, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be like $60 or $70.
Zebra cakes.
Bro, don't even start with the zebra cakes.
I love the zebra cakes. They're delicious. They're so good. But everything in moderation, that's the whole thing. But saying everything in moderation, I'm pretty sure, like, I've seen that phrase in particular is like a dog whistle. So,
yeah.
My theory though on dog whistles is that if you're the one who's hearing the dog whistle, then that makes you the dog.
Yeah, 100%. And so look at it. But somebody ban it's McDude. Thank you.
Yeah, how dare you? First of all,
no,
zebra cakes are delightful,
bro. I could eat like 400. The last time I haven't had a zebra cake since like 2020. I'd like to try one.
I don't think I've had one in a couple of years actually.
Yeah,
it's just like of all the zebra cakes out there.
Today I had a half of a baked potato. This is for dinner, not for anything. I had for dinner, which is like 2 hours ago. I had a half of a baked potato with some pulled pork, like stuff in it, and it was amazing. Dreamland barbecue, bro. Get some.
There's Lawler's right down the road. What are you talking about?
Lawler's is fucking
No,
trash.
what? How
Lauren.
dare you?
Oh my
Nuh-uh.
god. They
Nuh-uh.
don't even have French fries.
Who needs French fries if you're getting barbecue?
No, that's the quintessential side to barbecue is French fries.
No, it's white bread.
What? No,
white.
that's also there, but French fries are a pivotal side.
It's pickles and white bread.
Oh,
And it has to be like shitty white bread.
do you like slim chickens?
I used to, but I had a bite of chicken there one time that was the wrong texture, and I've not been back.
Oh, you're fucking one of them. No,
Yeah, if you eat gross fucking, well, I can't think about it too much, or I will start getting gaggy. But no, like that, I'm a texture person, and if it's wrong, it's wrong, and I likely won't give it another shot for another couple years.
Well, that's why I don't eat lettuce, because it's got a weird fucking texture. Lettuce, I don't eat lettuce at all.
Oh,
it's got a weird papery texture, and I don't like it.
Depends on the lettuce, I guess.
But Slim Chickens has some fried pickles that like knock me on my ass. I love them so much. I will die for them.
I had some fried pickles the other day that were really good. Can't remember where.
Drake's has really good ones.
I haven't been to Drake's in a minute.
My ex-wife worked there for like 4 years as a bartender. And then she graduated and got her engineering degree, and then she left me. But then she kept working there for like 2 years for some reason on Saturdays.
Two Alabamians fighting over barbecue. Yeah, well, we're gonna also but like white sauce is like a North Alabama thing, and I think it's delicious. Most people hate it.
I like it to be red and gross. And I can't stand.
I don't like sweet barbecue though. Sweet barbecue's gross.
I don't like the superiority complex people in North Carolina have.
And unregulated amount of butter and self-loathing. Yeah, this man barbecues. He knows.
That fucking vinegar like based barbecue.
So good.
Gross. It's disgusting.
Like the yellow? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's like fucking clear. It's I go to the coast of North Carolina, the Barrier Islands, all the time, and that's their barbecue, and I hate it. It's.
I don't know if I've been out there.
I need the red juicy. Red juicy, bro. Yeah. Matt says an unregulated amount of butter and self-loathing. Hell yeah, dude. Slosher says, I'm convinced the combo of people not knowing how to cook anymore and process food that is scientifically designed to taste good is 80% of the reason people are fat these days. Yeah, there's this current thing that's coming around a lot where people's caloric intake has not increased, but their weight has. Like it's like a government fucking conspiracy making everybody basically look like a Wall-E characters. You know, everybody's fat as fuck. Thank you, Slosher. I love you. I love you, Slosher. Ben says the government introduced the food pyramid and it screwed us.
Well, they redid it and they made it worse.
Yeah,
they're like you need 15 servings of grain a day.
The old one was the racist.
Or whatever.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you. By the way, Drylist single-handedly is fucking closing us in on Fight Milk. We're 390 away. Thank you. Says, here's to you fat chubbers. I'm 5'8", 150. I do 100 sit-ups a day, 50 push-ups every day. You plan on being lazy?
All day, every day.
I went to the gym today. I benched 385 for 2.
I did not.
I can't do 405 anymore. I'm too old. But I can do 385 still, so that's good. I did a lot of chest today. I did incline chest with 100-pound dumbbells, 200 total. Dumbbells. I can do fucking anything. Did some decline, did some lower booby stuff, and then I did some cable flies. It was nice, and then I left and I drank some protein. Had my baked potato with the fucking shit on it. Good, man. Thank you, Dryless. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. Also, I go on a 2.5, 3-ish mile hike with puppies almost every day. And they're big. They're big motherfuckers. Thank you, Dryless. I love you.
That'll do it.
Matthew Hammond says, are you limited to what pistons you can use in NASCAR? I've seen some YouTubers talking about the speed of air pistons that increase performance and lower heat with dimples on it. Yeah, so the ARCA spec motor, it's called an Ilmor. You aren't allowed to break the seal on them. Ilmor rebuilds them for you and provides them. So no, you can't custom build one. You can use legacy engines like SB2s and stuff, but they are also heavily regulated. So thank you, Matthew. I love you. I appreciate you so much for your gold, boy. You're so good. You're so beautiful. So pretty. Donna says, hello. Changing diet I'm finding hard. On the scrapbook side, I looked through your Twitter and didn't see anything for the Phoenix race. Please post lots of each race. So excited to make the album. Oh, you're talking about like pictures? I'll look for some. I think I have some from Phoenix. Yeah, there's a few on Twitter from Phoenix. It's just there wasn't a lot because it didn't go well. And when stuff doesn't go well, I try to forget about it. But yeah, There's a few on Instagram as well. So, thank you, Donna Egbert. I appreciate you, Donna, for always being supportive. Selrun. Crazy that you got Anna from Frozen on twice now. Thank you. From Frozen? I don't see it. Hold on.
I don't see it, but thanks, I guess.
Anna Frozen. No, she's cute though.
Yeah, not the same.
No, it's just redhead. Hold on. Anna.
I used to have red hair. I went lighter.
Kind of seem like you have red hair.
What does that mean?
Wait, let me go back and look at you. Your hair kind of seems like it's kind of reddish.
It has like a reddish hue to it.
What about Brave? Let's see, Brave.
No, I don't. Not Merida.
Merida, Brave.
I look like the girl who stabbed her boyfriend 107 times, and I look like the journalist that got busted for being a Russian spy. Those are my two doppelgangers that I'm aware of.
You're not talking about Taylor Business, are you? Or are you talking about somebody else?
I don't know.
Jodi Arias?
I don't know.
Don't look like
I don't know people's names. I know the girl. It's the girl who stabbed her boyfriend like 107 times, and then the like journalist that got busted for being a Russian spy. I'm terrible with names. That's why I write them all down and have a list of them.
That's why you have a notepad, just so you can write down names.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I have like a whole indexing system and a site that's
everybody's stepping over you in the chat. I didn't.
Well, thank you.
Do you ever experience that on Rumble, or do you ban them when they do that?
I try not to encourage it, to be honest, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
What if they gave you money?
Well, if it's, hey, the grift's gonna grift sometimes.
Yeah, like if somebody was like $100 Rumble rant and they're like, Lauren, you're so beautiful. You're not gonna be like, oh, thanks. I really appreciate it. I don't believe it though.
I would say thank you, but also I tend to shut that shit down really quickly because there tends to be like, people who expect like some sort of reciprocity out of me for giving me money, like are gonna be sorely disappointed. Is it
because you have a Hank Hill ass?
Well, I do. That is true. I got the longest back in the game, so it is real sad. But no, it's like there's like this. I gave you money, so therefore I'm entitled to your time. And it's no, you just gave me money, and thank you for that. I hope that you like the things that I'm putting out on the internet. I hope you like the work that I do, but it doesn't entitle you to anything other than that.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
Which is why I don't put anything behind a paywall, because I totally get like not wanting to give people money on the internet. Like I get it, but like it's a weird thing. Weird thing to navigate for sure.
Speaking of weird people that give money, Matt himself with us, Pink Boy.
There you go.
Says Dryless, prove it fat. Wait, what do you mean? Are you asking for nudes? Are you asking for nudes from Dryless, Matt? Prove it fat. Prove it, you fat. Thank you, Matt. I love you. I appreciate you for all your love. Another guy that's been supporting me for years. I got some OGs in here tonight. I appreciate you, dudes. Thank you, Matt. I love you. Thank you. I will not shame you like Lauren will for super chatting me. I will encourage it. Thank you so much.
He'll even take his shirt off for you.
I do. I will. It's very grifty.
If I did that,
you could do it on Rumble probably. You just couldn't show your nipplies.
I wouldn't do that.
I would. I do. I did. 304 in a row.
Damn.
Can't stop.
That's a hell of a streak, honestly.
It is a hell of a streak.
Very impressive.
Thank you, Matt. I love you, dude. Appreciate you for your pink boy. There's so many pink boys today. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 pink boys. 1 pink from the pink ass night. Sean, my boy, what's up, dude? Gifted once membership. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Damn.
The memberships are residual, and they help out a lot. So I really appreciate that. Cash Kester says, are you gonna make it to Anime Matsuri this year? Remember, for 5 months. Anime Matsuri is on an off week from racing and NASCAR stuff, but I don't know if they're gonna do a YouTube thing this year. All right. So like, unless they want to bring YouTubers over to do it, then I won't have a reason to be there. Thank you, Cash. I love you. Mick says, I like mustard-based barbecue from Westwood. You know what?
Mustard-based barbecue is good, in my opinion.
Mustard. I've noticed. I actually thought about. I had a revelation the other day. I was at Costco, Lauren.
Well, that's where the best revelations occur.
And it's on the one on 72. They're putting one in Madison, by the way. Thank God.
What? Really?
Yeah, right down, right beside Lowe's. Right down.
Really?
72. Yeah.
Oh God, the traffic, but it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
don't play with me.
No, I'm not playing with you. This is real.
Like the one like right there.
Yeah, no, it's like it's if you
Like
go
right
past
next to
Lowe's,
okay.
yeah, it's
Damn.
supposed to be that. It's supposed to be. I've been reading about it for a while now. It's supposed to be soon, and I'm so
Should
happy because like
pay attention more.
the one down on 72 is like literally a block from the project
Well, that used to be a mall, like way back in the day. Like
where those projects are.
no, like where the Costco is.
Um,
That whole thing used to be a mall, like where it's not even a Books A Million anymore. It used to be a Toys R Us. My God. That whole thing used to be a mall. Then they moved that to Madison Square, which isn't there anymore. Now that's Mid City, and then they rebuilt Parkway Place. So it used to be a good area. There used to be like a little like mini golf area. Like I don't know. That used to be a hop-in area of town, and now it's kind of just become Costco and various other
when
businesses.
when we
And
had
Home
our,
Depot is right there, I think, too.
yeah, when we had our employee reviews for GameStop when I was a store manager, like a long time ago, we would go to the Madison Square Mall to meet like my district manager, and there was no one in there. It was like every store is shuttered and it's just empty, and it felt like a zombie movie. It was so weird going in.
Yeah.
And then they ripped that bitch down.
Yeah, and put in a Dave and Buster's.
Yep.
Woo.
But the fucking Tilted Kilt, what is that place called?
There's Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. Oh, they had such good wings, and
I've never been there.
They got rid of sauce.
Hooters used to have good wings.
Yeah, it used
and
to.
And now it's disgusting.
They changed their fucking wing supplier and ruined everything every time. Stop doing this. Every
time.
fucking place does this.
There's Crickets out in Madison is good if you've never been there.
What is it?
Crickets in Madison. It's really, really good.
Oh, let me write that.
Really, really good.
Crickets.
Like, really good. Slap your mama good.
Crickets. Chicken. Oh, it just says Crickets Madison.
Crickets.
Crickets. Burgers and wings. That's it.
Fucking great. Fucking great.
Dude, it better be good.
It's fantastic.
I'll be pissed.
Oh no, I don't recommend food I don't recommend food lightly because I think going out to eat is like not usually worth it in general. So it's got to be good.
Yeah. Matt Amos says you're all crazy. Dry rubs where it's at. No sauce needed. See, no.
I do like a good like a jerk dry rub is delicious.
I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with it.
That sounds very perverted now that I say it, but it is good. A jerk's dry rub, really, but it is good.
No. I see sauce as an enhancer, not necessarily like a thing that, well, it's not good enough, therefore I'm masking the thing. For example, when I get a fucking ribeye and I cook it not medium, I cook it rare. I went from medium rare to rare now. I cook it rare. It's like an inch thick, little purple, out to pink, out to brown. Fucking amazing. Season it all the way around. I still every couple of bites, I'll blip an A1 drip on it. Just because I enjoy the taste of A1.
If you like A1, then by all means.
But dude, there's people. My steak doesn't need. I'm like, it's not a need.
You're not eating it.
It's not a need. I'll eat bites without it, but I'll also I like to experience all the things, and I enjoy like A1 on a steak every now and then.
I just couldn't. I understand like kind of expressing like an opinion about food, but realistically, if someone eats something a certain way and I don't like it, like I'm not eating it. So whatever.
Yeah, it's just
fine.
People have a weird superiority complex about steak, and they're like, well,
and beer,
yeah, and it's like, and people will always be like, oh, well, my steak doesn't need, and I'm like, it's not a need, it's an enhancer, not a replacement. And I don't eat A1 all over a steak, and I don't eat every bite with A1. And like every couple bites, I'll drip a little A1 just because I enjoy the A1.
I'm not a fan of A1. I do like Heinz 57. Okay, depends.
Yeah, I like Heinz 57 as well.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. But people are wild. Same thing with beer. But to be completely open, when I was back on my Tinder days, if I saw, it doesn't matter what the girl looked like, if her bio said that she loved beer, I fucking swiped left so hard.
Wait, is that good or bad?
It's gross. Yeah, that's bad. It's when you
left is when you don't want to be with someone.
Yeah, okay. And it's just like every goofy like 24-year-old white girl.
It's
I love beer.
It became a personality trait for a while, which is
stop
weird. Like enjoying a beer, okay, you're a breathing like adult, so
yeah, that's the thing.
It's assumed.
One of my favorite clips is where Carrie in my chat, it's from like 2 years ago, and I saw it pop up again somewhere on fucking Twitter or something. It's the funniest clip. I was in a bad mood, and I was talking about how I don't like when I don't like that the majority of women, and look, men are probably the same way. I just don't date men, but like the majority of women have absolutely no. They have no interest, like zero interest
in what?
in anything, and
Oh,
I'll be like, they just don't have any interest, and their interest will be like TV and beer. I'm like, that's just you're just a human. That's nothing. And Carrie was like, oh, girl, you know, girl, people have interest, and I'm like, oh, well, what's an interest? And she was like, reading, and I was like, oh my god, reading.
that is
Reading's
an
an
interest.
And I was like, what about breathing? Is breathing? And I was like, look at me, I'm so interesting. I have an interest in breathing. It was a funny clip.
This is why women don't share their interests with you, Cody.
They don't have any, Lauren.
No, they just don't want you to make fun of
No,
them.
you're just different. You're just like the girls that have interests. The girls that have interests, like you like to deep dive and shit. You have like certain things.
Well,
that-
that's reading.
Yeah, no, that's fucking investigative, like journalism and like interest. Like
Yeah, I read as a hobby. That's 100% a hobby.
it's a hobby, not an interest.
I'm a girl's girl. I'm not gonna sit here and shit on other women for fun. So
I'm not saying that you need to shit on other women. I'm just saying, from your perspective, you probably think every girl's like you. I know,
but I think that women like men are from Mars, women are from Venus, kind of thing. I think that like it's different. It's kind of like when women are venting about something that's bothering them, men tend to want to fix it, and women sometimes just want like someone to go, yeah, that sucks. There's just fundamental different like ways of going about things.
Well,
I think that, like, I think that I did kind of have that issue in my 20s. But I think it's a matter of just like age and maturity.
I
Honestly.
think everybody. I mean,
finding what interests you.
Roughly everybody does. Like, I had that issue until my like early 20s,
Yeah.
and then I, started like venturing out and writing music way more and doing all these things. And
it's not about the nail, exactly. Have you? Surely you have.
My point is that like one of my close like girls that I hang out with, friends all the time, she has a lot of interest and she has a lot of things she likes to do that are very unique and weird.
Mhm.
And she's like, oh, well, girls have tons of interest. And I'm like, no, you think that because you do. But I've been through the ringer, man. And every girl I would hang out with the exception of one or two, their entire interest was watching TV.
Where are you meeting these girls?
Fucking Tinder. That's the point.
Well,
that's the bad point. Now I'm saying it's the unfortunate truth that the vast majority of people just kind of suck and they're boring.
Well,
there's a reason why you're a content creator and you have success, and there's a reason why I'm a content creator. Because you're fucking
because you show everyone your boobies.
No, that was not always a thing. It was not always a thing, Lauren.
You whore.
How could you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought we were
just trying to be a trad influencer.
How could you?
How could
You're
you?
hurting me.
You're
hurting me deeply. I'll never recover. Matt Amos, I love you. Thank you, Matt Amos. Even though Dry Rub's trash and you're trash. Thank you guys so much.
All these women I'm meeting off the whore app are whores. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying here.
No. Well, maybe.
Kind of what I'm saying.
I will say these girls were.
What if you met a woman at like church or like at like some sort of hobby thing? Then you're gonna meet a woman who's not just seeking like a quick fuck. Like you're gonna.
Yeah. Well, I did.
I can't believe after going dumpster diving, all I found was trash.
You think you're so witty and clever. No,
I do actually. Thank you for noticing.
No, it is funny that they're in their bios. All these girls would always say, "I don't do hookups," and they would literally, like within 10 minutes of being at my house, just be fucking on me. I'm like, oh my god. And I made it a point to not make.
Well, it's because you have many staircases. Like that's
is the thing. They fucking
fundamental way to get to a woman's heart. Is just have more staircases than I don't know.
This was before.
Where do they sell staircases?
This was before my staircase life.
Home Depot.
My old house. Base Bunny. Girls definitely have interest.
We do.
Name one, Base Bunny.
You're not gonna like him.
Name one. If it's reading or TV, I'm gonna kill myself on camera. I'm just kidding.
Reading is. What do you think? What's wrong with reading?
I'm fucking reading the super chat right now. It's on interest. Yeah. See, it's hard. It's hard to defend that.
No, it's because any defense is going to be shot down in a really dumb way, and it's not really worth arguing.
I like to listen to audiobooks.
Okay, is that a hobby for you?
No,
why don't you think so?
Because it's normal to like want to listen to a story. Yeah.
Okay.
the vast majority of people, like before anything else was invented, like they had the old wise dude like around the campfire, the really, really old man in the tribe that was 29, and he would tell us.
The elder, the village elder.
I mean, Leah, look at
Gather around, children. Let me tell you of a time long ago.
Look at
30 years ago.
In Uganda, like the average age is 16 years old.
Well,
in America, it's like 62 or 67.
Well,
it's wild.
Yeah, jeez.
We got medicine and laws. We have laws.
The hobby is only a hobby when it creates something. That's not true.
That would mean that when I masturbate, it's a hobby.
Oh God.
Because it does create something. And I mean, sex could be a hobby then, because then you definitely can create some shit, some babies.
I'm just reading the chats.
Just
that
part of the show. Read the chats. It's fun.
I like to golf. I don't create anything when I golf.
You like to golf?
I do like to golf.
You're like just a white guy.
Yes.
You're just
my big secret. It's finally come out.
Oh my God, Lauren! I went to Top Golf like 2 weeks ago.
I used to work there. I got fired from there from not having fun.
Wow,
that's a true story. But it is fun. I love it. Like,
I went there the other day. I got me some chicken wingies. I got me like 3 whiskeys. Hit some balls. Fucking $120. I could not.
Yeah, very, very expensive.
I was like, never.
And then the money maker is the golf too, which is wild. But the rest of the prices are very expensive too. I enjoyed I still would recommend it. It's a fun thing to do, but I would not recommend working there if you have a will to not adhere to like personality standards, which apparently I have that in me. Didn't recognize it until later.
I wouldn't I wouldn't work anywhere that's like not I would, you know what, I could probably not work anywhere ever again unless it's what I'm doing now, because I can't I don't know if it's because I got older, but if like a boss says anything condescending, I'll slap him and get arrested. I'm like past that age of caring.
I would want to work at like Costco because they get paid. They get paid well. They have good benefits. You just clock in, do whatever is on your to-do list, and then leave. That would be my dream job if I wasn't doing this.
I'd be a picker at Target. Put in some earbuds and go around the store picking like random shit to send off.
Like fun. Guitar Center?
No.
Oh,
okay. They do have a person that does that, but like there was one of my friends worked at Target, and they were literally a picker, an online picker, and they just worked in the back, and then they would sometimes come on the floor and grab a thing off the shelf, and they would ship them to like online orders, and they never dealt with people. And I'm like, that sounds pretty relaxing.
You could literally take this chick to the best amusement park on earth, which is Cedar Point, first of all. And no, I wouldn't say it was mid. I love amusement parks. You know what amusement park I don't like? Which one? Six Flags? Because that is trash. Yeah, it's fucking awful. Like man, I watched this video the other day of like a fair ride falling apart. Like while people were on it, like this whole piece of sheet metal just flew off and nearly hit someone. They didn't even shut the ride down. That was pretty funny. But I'm glad nobody got hurt. Yeah, I used to go to Six Flags, and it got so bad to where like everything's rusty and awful, and it smells terrible, and the food tastes like throw up and like burnt. And I was like, well, this sucks. But I went to Universal and I went to Harry Potter World, and that shit's pretty stout. It's pretty nice. It's all really upkept and nice. It's like just presentably nice. I think the last one I went to was, I don't know, I guess Cedar Point maybe. What the hell is Cedar Point? Let me Google it. It's in Sandusky, Ohio. It's a really good one though. They have like at the time, or well, a while ago, Cedar Point used to be featured on a lot of those like travel shows where they'd be like, oh, the top like roller coasters in the world and stuff like that. I mean, they're not really anymore because they've been like more and better and bigger built, but it's a really nice theme park in my opinion. Interesting. There's like the like Top Thrill Dragster and what's like the big one, the Millennium Falcon Force. I think shit. And also Six Flags over Dallas was nice. I went there in like 2009 though. So maybe not Dallas, but it's outside of Dallas. That's like the Mr. Freeze ride. Mr. Freeze. Yeah. Speaking of Freeze, Dallas again with a damn pink. I can only ban an admin. Is it Falcon? Somebody said Force. I thought it was anyways, it's a really fun one. But I haven't been there. Like I haven't been to a theme park in probably a few years, but I actually really do like them a lot. I just have a deadpan sense of humor, honestly. Like it. I'm having fun.
I doubt it. You're mean. You hate everybody.
I'm
including me.
well. I mean, the name bitch is in my handle.
That is
so.
true. Dryless, thank you. Who do you want to ban? Is Billy Hatcher? Because I agree. Thank you so much, Dryless. I love you. I appreciate you. Another pink boy down the hatch, and it's officially a pink ass night on a Monday. On a Monday, 250 from Fight Milk. Thank you, Dryless. I love you. Dryless is so good to me. God, he's such a good man.
Take the ride.
After all these years. Take the ride, says Sup Cody and Lauren. Been enjoying both of y'all's content. Just want to say that putting the work into getting shape is so worth it. On the topic of reading Tragedy and Hope by Carol Quigley. Fucking Quigley is good. Dude, Quigley is such a good name because Linnea Quigley was in Return of the Living Dead and she gets naked and she looks great.
Makes me think of Quigley Down Under.
What the fuck is that?
It was a movie.
Quigley Down Under. What is up with that? Why is the name Quigley so prevalent?
No,
She had those 80s fake tits and they're so goofy looking. They look like a mannequin's tit. Funny. That's a great movie, man. It's one of my favorite zombie movies of all time. It's easily my favorite zombie movie, but it's one of my favorite movies.
I liked Zombieland.
With fucking what's his face?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson and the other guy.
I don't really like scary stuff. So if it's gonna be scary, it's gotta have like equal parts funny.
Oh, well, you'd love Return of the Living Dead because it's quite literally like a laid back, jokey like zombie movie.
And I honestly, Zombieland was a little bit gruesome for my I don't handle gore very well either.
Oh well, it's fucking Return of the Living Dead's got top of the line like mid 80s practical effect gore. It's so beautiful. There's like the zombie and she's cut in half and her little like spine's flooping and she's like brains.
Flooping?
Yeah, it's flooping.
Yikes.
Love that fucking movie, bro. Well, I'll have a pool party and you can come over and watch it on a projector.
Pass.
Right. Bro, you're gonna love it.
I would probably not.
You would love it. If you like zombie movies, you love that shit.
I don't like zombie movies, but I thought Zombieland was okay. Like I thought it was pretty good. I don't like a lot of movies. The last movie that I watched that I enjoyed, okay, there was two. One was Flash Gordon, which was fantastic. Flash Gordon was fantastic. And the other was a recent movie, was the Tetris movie that came out like last year about how Tetris was made. Because it involved like Robert Maxwell and his son, and Kevin Maxwell and like Mirrorsoft, and I didn't know any of that. But it was also just a good movie on top of that. So that was good. It's a good movie.
What's your favorite movie? If you could pick one. Or favorite movies?
I don't really think I have one, to be honest. Let me think on that for a second. I tend to like shows more than I like movies, and so like that would be like Silicon Valley or Deadwood. Deadwood was fantastic, but like Lord of the Rings trilogy, the original, fantastic.
Yeah,
like extended.
Of course, I don't
like that.
I don't consider them films. I consider them an experience.
Well, it's my favorite film experience, I suppose.
Yeah.
But like there hasn't been anything that's come out in a very long time that I've just truly enjoyed. And then stuff that I used to enjoy, I can't really enjoy anymore because it's been ruined for, pick the reasons, people being involved or companies being involved or different topics that kind of went over my head at the time. So it's hard to say. But I guess Lord of the Rings has held true for this whole time. So I'm going to say that, I guess.
Andy Serkis is apparently directing a Finding Gollum movie with Peter Jackson producing. Probably going to be bad, but I mean, Andy Serkis.
I tried to watch the Ring of Power movie or like show on Amazon, and it was really bad. So
yeah, it was terrible. I couldn't even get past the first episode. I was like,
and that's I don't have a whole lot of high hopes for it. But the Hobbit movies that came out, they still weren't better than the original, but they were good.
I like the first one.
I thought it was weird that they turned it into a trilogy. Maybe it could have been like a duo.
Maybe two movies because I really enjoyed the first Hobbit movie.
It really kind of is two movies almost.
Yeah, and because the second one
or two stories.
Quite literally in the beginning of the second one, Smaug dies, and then
Smaug.
Smaug dies in like I think it's the beginning of the second one. Smaug dies. It might be the beginning of the third one. I can't remember. And then there's just a whole battle which never even happens in the books. It's just in the book. It's because Bilbo just falls over and passes out and then wakes up and it's over. But
someone said they were redoing Chronicles of Narnia as well. We were talking about that the other day because
I think I heard of that.
We were talking about how it ends, which I don't want to spoil it if anyone's not down to be spoiled on how the Chronicles of Narnia story ends, but it was very sad.
Don't quote me the ancient writings.
No, it's a series of 7 books.
Yeah.
If plug your ears, if you don't, do you want to have it spoiled for you? Do you want to know how it ends?
I watched the movie.
Okay, but there's more than one.
Yeah.
Okay, plug your ears for the next 15 seconds if you don't want to have Chronicles of Narnia spoiled for you. But they all die at the end except for Susan in like a IRL like train crash. I'm not even joking with you.
Well, goddamn, what a silly ending.
But then they return to Narnia.
Well, at least there's that. They
Which
see the
is
wolf.
like, it's like an allegory of heaven, I suppose. So
Interesting.
yeah. All right, you can listen now.
Says video games, reading, comics, boxing, music. I used to play bass, anime. Is anime really a hobby or an interest? It's just, I mean, every weeb loves anime. Reading, comics.
I like some anime.
Video game, boxing. That's one. I think boxing is a legit one, and I think playing bass is definitely a legit one. Bass Bunny. So there's some in there. Wait, hold on. You used to play bass, but your name is Bass Bunny. Shouldn't it be used to play Bass Bunny Love?
Former Bass Bunny Love.
Formerly known as Bass Bunny Love. Just Bunny Love, formerly known as Bass Bunny Love. Thank you, Bass Bunny Love. Slosher, I distinguish between interests and hobbies. Interests like reading nonfiction or any kinds of interests. A hobby is anything that is physical, like martial arts, golf, woodworking, gardening. But
an interest is still something unique about someone.
Sure.
Like reading.
I don't know. Maybe. Thank you, Slosher. I love you.
Oh boy,
he's so good to me. Thank you, Slosher. Hey, make sure you guys like the show. We're almost to the goal already. Hit the like button. Stop being bitches. You guys are being bitches.
Being bad at cat. That is the yeah, I like to do like making like music, but I suck at it, so I don't ever share it with anyone. It's terrible.
Yeah, I have me and my old band recorded an album, and it was mainly me. But yeah, I never show it to anybody because there's only one song on there. I feel like that's really solid, and even now, it's not what I'd write now. Justin says, "When are you gonna drive at Talladega and invite me?" What do you mean? What do you mean? I raced at Talladega recently. But yeah, no one has to be invited. You can just come to the racetrack, man. So yeah.
Racing is life.
Racing is love. Racing is life.
If anyone's wanting to rekindle their love of reading, I highly recommend A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. That's probably one of my favorite books of all time. It's fantastic. Fantastic book.
Fantastic book. What is it about?
Damn, Dryless. It's about a man named Ignatius Riley who lives with his mother in New Orleans in the 70s. And he was 60s. And he just goes on a series of misadventures and adventures in New Orleans. And he's kind of an anti-hero type. It's one of the funniest books I've ever read. Laugh out loud funny. It was posthumously published after John Kennedy Toole killed himself. His mother shopped it around to publishers, and she was rejected a bunch until someone read it and was like, "This is just absolutely fantastic." It's such a fantastic book. It's so good.
I liked American Gods. That was like the kind of the last long thing I went through. And also a great book is Ordinary Men, Reserve Battalion, Police 101, and The Final Solution in Poland is a good book. It's fucked up. It's fine. It basically it kind of the like point of the book is it outlines that normal ass people are capable of the most fucked up heinous shit when they think it's morally right and approved by like overseers. So people, it's kind of where the idea of people that support all these silly things nowadays are quite literally the people that would be first in line to be Nazis in the 40s and 30s.
Well, I mean, like if you look at like honestly, some of the worst atrocities in human history or in recent human history occurred in like 1930s Japan.
Yeah, dude, they fucking brutal.
And people kind of gloss over that because it's all like uwu culture now. But like Unit 731 is like some of the most horrific shit I've ever read about in my life, and it's fully documented. And the government, or the United States government, was complicit in covering it up because they bought like the scientific discoveries of seeing what would happen if you put someone in a centrifuge and spun them until they died. They wanted that information. I wouldn't recommend reading it if you're easily disturbed, but the story behind Unit 731 and how it was discovered, unfortunately, recently is, That's rough. It's rough
It
to
is.
know.
Yeah. Dryless. Speaking of
again-
being, sorry,
Oh.
go ahead.
No, sorry, my cat's tangled up in my headphone cable. Kitty,
Why is your cat so disruptive?
she is just always wanting to be around. Kitty, oh my god. Hang on.
Dryless, by the way, with another $100 super chat. Damn. Says Naked Snake, get there. Oh, we're there, and you're on the car 3 times, and you're now leading the way on the Charlotte car. You're the top name on the Charlotte car in one stream. Thank you so much, Dryless, for being here. I remember playing Resident Evil 7, and I think I was playing Resident Evil 7, and I was on the docks after the crazy like brother part of the game, and that was when the first time you ever came to my stream in 2019. And I remember it like it was just a day. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, Dryless. I love you. I appreciate you. My boy is here, and he is queer. I mean, he's great. I love you. I love you, Dryless. I appreciate you, dude, for all the love you give me. Got about 20 minutes left in this show before I get the hell off here. Do you have a show planned tonight, Lauren?
No, I don't do anything on Mondays usually.
Oh, well, look at that. Now you have a thing you do.
No, I don't. I'll show up every now and then, but I'm pretty. I guard my free time pretty ferociously. So.
Yeah, same. When I'm not, when it's not a show day, oh my god! Like people will be like, "Hey, come on a show," and I'm like, "Bro, don't fucking ask me."
No, relatable.
I'll kill myself.
Relatable. No, I mean, I'll like every now and then, sure, but no, I can't. I'm not going to commit to it because I won't do it. To be honest.
Yeah, you commit to your show though. That's good.
Well, yeah, it's my show.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I do shows on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then I do like just playing games show on Wednesday nights.
That's good. I mean, there's creators that are huge and can't even stick to a schedule, so that's a big deal. It's a big deal, Lauren. Be proud of yourself. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you, Phil, for rating. I appreciate you, baby. I love you, Phil.
Yeah, read Creature from Jekyll Island. Also a good book.
Speaking of good books, there is Lauren's channel on Rumble. It's called Big Dig Energy. Give it some love.
There you
Give
go.
it some love. Give her some love, man.
You want to. No pressure.
All the pressure. Thank you so much. Like last Jack show, you were blitzed. I got so drunk. I was on the Jack show, and I was so drunk. It was great. I had a lot of fun. I don't like to do that too often. That's why I don't drink during shows, but I was already drinking. And Cecil sent me the link, and I was in the right state of mind to be like, let's do it. And I was fucked. So that was a fun show. But I used to drink on my shows a lot, but I don't like drinking that often, man. I like to drink like once a week, maybe.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So Cecil invited me on the one day I drink. So, oops. Thank you, Phil, for the raid, baby. Love you, Phil. Appreciate you. Thank you, Dryless. I appreciate you.
Yeah, really.
Let me shout out some of these.
Sorry, I'm gonna punch my cat in the face.
Your
Hey,
cat's fucking wild, bro.
Stop it. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
I no longer have a cat anymore. Billy Hatcher, love you. Patrick, I love you, Patrick. Dryless. Matt himself. Dryless. God, it feels like it's 2019. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. What a unbelievable amount of support today. Make sure you guys like the show, though. Come on now. All you gotta do is close the chat, hit that like button, kiss it on the penis. The thumb. Give it an up, doodle. We're 20 likes away from 400. I need that love. So YouTube will recommend my show and not banish me into the fucking nether realm. Okay, with fucking Quan Chi and shit. I don't like Quan Chi. He's bald. No Quan Chi's, please.
No who?
Quan Chi.
Oh. Yeah, no, I just had to untangle her from the cable because she was wrapped up in it and stressed that she was wrapped up in it. And now,
Is she a kid?
She did draw blood. So.
Oh my God. So is this a young cat?
No, she's 9.
What? Dude, my fucking old cat is
9 and a half.
Dude, my old cat he's 13 and does not fuck. He'll sit right here on this chair. He'll jump in the chair and he'll lay and he'll go to sleep for like a day. And then he'll get down and walk off somewhere. And then I'll go downstairs and like make breakfast. And he's on the cat bed in my sitting room with my piano. Like I have a cat bed that's right in front of the bay window. And he just lays in that fucking bed again. And then I'll walk I have a sunroom. It's got a bunch of plants in it. It's beside my pool. He'll be in there on the fucking the day bed in the sunroom, just fucking blitzed. Dude just sleeps all day. You can slap
No,
right in the face.
little
You won't
cat's she's a great cat. She's the best cat. But she just like she wants to sit in the chair with me. She was confused as to why there was a cable wrapped around her and was freaking out about it and trying to, disengage. She's still right here and she's fine now, but I had just had to disengage her from the cable. And again, she drew blood. Fucking hell. Ow. It is what it is. It's cat life. It's good times.
Yeah, you could take my cat Sushi and wrap him up in like 9 cables and he would just go to sleep. He's so fucking fat and stupid. Like
Little cat's we just spend a lot of time together. She's my little buddy. Very codependent people. Me and her.
Yeah.
She is a person because I am a crazy cat lady. It is what it is. I've made my peace with it.
Yeah, Sushi sounds like Cecil. Yeah, Cecil does the same shit at my house when I wrap him up in cables. He just goes to sleep. Love you, Dryless. Thank you, my friend. Good night, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're good. You're a good man. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. Cats give you that disease that takes the fear away. What? What's that mean? Rabies?
Oh, it's are you talking about what is it? It's like what is it called? Fuck.
Botulism?
No, it's like
toxoplasmosis.
Toxoplasmosis. There we go.
Oh my God. Why do you guys just know shit in the chat? They just know shit. I could like loosely describe a movie from 1937 and people would fucking name it in the chat.
The hive mind knows everything. It's amazing.
They know all.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Where to go? Cole says, what number are you running in Flat Rock? Oh, I'm running the exact same car. Flat Rock. Exact same car. I'm gonna put a 700 gear in it and go ham. And then at Charlotte, I'm number 10 at Charlotte. So Charlotte's gonna be wild. Very excited.
No, it is real.
Toxoplasmosis. Hold on, let me actually Google that. I kind of am interested.
It is real. It's if you like, it's like why pregnant women can't scoop litter boxes.
Is an infection with a parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. People often get the infection from eating undercooked meat. You can also get it from contact with cat feces. The parasite can pass to a baby. How does toxoplasmosis affect humans, though? It says symptoms of infection vary. Most people who become infected with Toxoplasma gondii are not aware of it because they have no symptoms at all. Some people who have a toxoplasmosis may feel as if they have the flu with swollen lymph glands or muscle aches and pains that may last a month or so. Where's the fucking cool? I don't see the
it gives them like a like their fight or flight gets like fucked up.
It says it can brain disease, rarely the
infection. Like that's shows up in rats.
In ratties. In all fucking ratties. It's carried by ratties. All rats. Makes you fearless. I want the fearless disease.
It's cat lady sluts.
Could you imagine?
No.
That could actually really benefit from being fearless with a cat fucking disease.
No, it's not a good thing. It's kind of like what's the one, syphilis, that makes you go crazy?
Yeah, it makes sure.
And like a lot of like like a lot of royals that went mad throughout history. A lot of like a lot of it points towards like they probably just went mad with syphilis.
Yeah, and then their face falls off.
Syphilitic insanity. And then there was like Charles II, who was so inbred that he just went absolutely insane. He's like it's a pretty famous like art of him. He just had like the most inbred looking face known to man.
Kind of like Tutankhamun.
Was he?
Yeah, they were all inbred.
Wow.
He had like a club foot and like his foot was 6 inches, or his leg was 6 inches shorter.
I think I do remember that. Yeah.
He had like an elongated like head and fucked up back and could barely walk. Because he was inbred as fuck. Josh, yes, it's with Fast Track, my friend.
Yeah, their family tree was just a stick.
They just they thought back in the day that like being one
keeping the royal blood.
Yeah, it's why
Come give Uncle Daddy a kiss.
It's why English people are like so fucked up looking nowadays.
Oh well.
They all look like a old Tooth Longbottom from Family Guy.
Oh yeah. True.
They all look like that. That's a joke, by the way. I had a guy on Twitter. I made a like kind of like a goofy joke where people in the UK are like, for some odd reason, inherently narcissistic and annoying. Like every time anybody talks about any other country,
And so to prove you wrong, he became inherently narcissistic and annoying.
yeah, like
yeah,
people will
proven.
be interviewed in the UK or something, and they'll like mention any country, especially America, and people in the UK like go, they like have a snooty laugh. They're like, oh, yeah, oh, America, yeah, no, they have guns, so silly. It's school shootings.
Quite. Oh yeah.
Here on our 8 square mile place that's Superior, we have none of that. It's like, oh, fuck off. And this guy like on Twitter always was like spam commenting on every one of my Twitter replies or posts that I hate the UK and he hates me. And I'm like, what the fuck? What a weird thing to get passionate about.
Your hate sustains me. Thank
Dude,
you.
everyone hates Alabama, and I don't hate those people.
Yeah, really.
I also don't like Alabama.
Yeah, there was like a guy who like remember the guy who like defended from a mass stabbing with like a narwhal tusk off of a wall because they're not like allowed to defend themselves with weapons. Jesus.
Yeah, I think they outlawed butter knives at one point.
No, you have to have a license to carry a knife over a certain length in public.
And you have to pay taxes, so they fucking have the BBC.
Yeah, no, they have their government issued like television license. Like, come on.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't actually watch TV, so I don't want that. And they're like, no, that's not how this works, actually.
No. Well, they'll come around and like if they catch anyone with it like on it, like you'll get like a fine.
It's so silly.
Imagine having like the TV police. You got a license for that television, that telly.
My favorite my favorite videos are like when there's like one black dude in like a pair of shorts and there's like 27 police and he's just like slapping them around and pushing them down and they're all like, they have no idea what to do. They're like, what do we do? He's like not just surrendering. And then he just like slaps one, they fall over. It's like a little 5'4", like weeble wobble, slightly overweight English dude falls over and slaps
Bobby. Is that what they call them? The bobbies.
It's like, this is, dude, in America, they just blow this dude away. And then we'd have marches and stuff. It'd be great. There's a lot of money in it.
No, there's plenty of things that piss me off about America too. Like, yeah, not being able to capture rainwater, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But the television license is pretty funny, you gotta admit.
Yeah.
Defending yourself with a narwhal tusk because you're not allowed to like carry pepper spray. This is absurd.
Yeah, or like
absurd.
The thing I don't like about America is you can't just like walk around naked, but you can totally do it if it's like a pride parade for some reason.
I wish nobody would do that.
It was kind of a joke, but it was more of a dig. Dig. There's this like popular video of a fucking guy, and he's like a little bitty twink guy, and it's fucking a pride parade, and there's just a larger guy holding him like on his shoulder, and he's just like forearm deep in him, just fisting him over and over. And I'm like,
got a license for that license. No,
and there's just children everywhere. Matt Amos, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. You're a good man. You're a good man. You can't drink beer in public here. That's my grievance. Oh, you totally can in a lot.
Depends where you're at.
Yeah, in Las Vegas, you can black out on the street and pass out, and somebody will walk by and put a cover on you.
And get booze to go in half of Louisiana.
Yeah, dude, that's great. Thank you, Matt Amos. I love it.
I'm getting sleepy, man.
All right, let's do it. Let's move on
to
the next topic, which is getting off. And then we'll log off. No, hold on. Let me search for something real quick, and then we'll do it. Runkle, Queso, 8B, Good Logic. Why is there fucking no one streaming? Did Nick Ricada cancel his show again? That's some bitch. God. Thank you, Matt Amos. Thank you, everybody that supports your boy. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to do a Naked Snake, and then we're going to raid. I think Queso is what I clicked on. I think we're going to do Queso. He's my boy. And getting off before you get off, yes. Thank you, creative username. How'd the race go? We finished 11th. We should have finished 10th, but it was a good, solid race. It was a lot of fun. Learned a lot of stuff. I had a lot of fun there. So. Eric Allen with the $20 super chat says, love this duo. Look at that. It's because we're both from the same street almost. Thank you. Kind of. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you.
Kind of.
Thank you.
It's actually weirdly close.
Yeah, it's very strange. Thank you, Eric. Love you. I appreciate you. It's time for Naked Snake for the 304th show in a row. And then we're going to raid King Queso. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you guys so much for all your support and everything you do for me. I don't deserve it, but I'm more than happy to take my shirt off. Matthew Hammond.
I'm not trying to collect rainwater here. I'm just saying that in a lot of places you can't.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Appreciate you. Drawless. Nobody has surpassed me. You better. Naked snake. I'm doing it right now, damn you. I love you, Drawless. Appreciate you. Oh my God. Everybody's shitting on Nick Ricada in the chat now. Jesus. I just said he canceled the show. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's a common theme. I can't talk though. I've canceled plenty of shows at last minute.
Same. Here we go. You guys ready? Let me pop my ears on. Can't hear you.
I'm not saying anything.
I was saying just in case.
Follow me on Twitter.
Yes.
Look up propaganda TV ads telling British people to get their TV. Oh, heck yeah. I'm going to do that.
Here we go, boys.
Follow me on Twitter. Some bitch I know.
Follow Lauren on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
There's it. There's the link right there. Thank you, Mick Stellar. Appreciate you for sharing that in my time.
Thank you.
There been nobody else. Get on it, doggone it. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you. Jesus Christ, it's the way I fly to you. Josh Inglebright, my boy. Thank you, my friend. I love you. Because we're still in a dream, boys. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Snake Eater. Here we go. Best part. This is for you, Josh. You ready? Jesus! My boy! Look at him. Look how beautiful he is. He saves all of our lives through sacrificing himself. Appreciate you. Sean, love you. I appreciate you. Get the membership. I give my life, boys. Just like Jesus. Not for honor, but for you. I reckon. In my time, boys. Appreciate you guys so much. Josh Engelbright, we love you. Appreciate you. Amazing show. Another great show with Lauren. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for actually being able to fucking talk about shit. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you. Love you. You'd be surprised how many people can't do that. Steph, love you.
Southern, man.
James.
Talk about anything.
I love you. James. I mean, James, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Here we go. One more time. One more time, boys. Jesus! You guys ready?
What's happening?
Let's go, Jesus. Get on it, doggone it. It's 304 in a row. Let's go.
You know, I'm just no fun like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Here, there's a snake.
There's a GIF image of me. And it's from the very first time I ever did Naked Snake, I think. And it's like if you just type in a GIF.
How did it come about?
I don't remember. Somebody
I need the lore.
Somebody was probably like, "Hey, Camelot, take your shirt off," and I was like, "If you
okay for money,
if we hit a certain amount of super chats, I will." And then we did, and I did. And
but how did it get the name Naked Snake?
Well, in Metal Gear Solid 3, the name of like your code name in Metal Gear Solid 3 is Naked Snake.
Oh, okay.
And here is I love how Tiny One Badger, my old roommate, is in the GIF as well because you can see her face in it. Here it is, right here. It's a GIF. It's the first time I ever did it. There's Tiny One Badger right there. It was a long time ago in my old house back in the day when I had like a web camera and no lighting. In the humble times, the B44 times. Thank you guys, by the way. Thank you, all the blue boys. Tons of blue boys. Slosher says if you want a good laugh, look up propaganda TV ads telling British people.
Oh, I did. These are hilarious and very authoritarian.
Ugh, gross.
Mind how you watch. Students, the law still applies.
Is that saying it sounds like stuff against porn or something?
No, here you go. Here. It's I'll drop a link real quick. It's pretty funny. Here you go. Paste. Boop. It's a super long URL. My bad, but there you go. It's pretty goofy.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy.
Strange. Is this real?
No, well, according to Reddit, it is.
TV license. Mind how you watch, students. The law still applies. Fucking wild, man.
Mind how you watch. Yeah, wild.
Weird. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Thank you. Naked Snake is a go. You're the boys. Thank you, Dryless, for kicking the asses of all
Dryless.
the people
Kick
tonight.
ass.
Matt, I appreciate you. Dryless has been good to me for a long time. Patrick Williamson, and I don't deserve it, but I'm forever grateful because when you are a small YouTuber, you don't get paid ad revenue. You get paid in memberships and super chats. So I appreciate you guys. I would never ask anybody to do it, but damn, I'm forever grateful that you guys continue to support me in this way, because I ain't gonna lie to you, it does help me. So get the hell on it, doggone it. Here is Lauren's link one more again in the chat. Give her some love
if you want. No pressure.
And I'll see you guys Wednesday, hopefully with my boy Cease, and then Saturday at Flat Rock. Something just broke in my house, fucking dog. Flat Rock Speedway. I appreciate you. And then, of course, Charlotte in 2 weeks. And then I have 3 weeks off. Oh, my God. Oh, by the way, I'm starting a race team in a different series with a bunch of my old cars I have laying around. It just popped onto my desk today. I'll have more about that soon. Probably going to have some Cyberfrog stuff. It's going to be cool. So I'll see you guys Wednesday. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Love you. Appreciate you. Like the show. Hell yeah. Follow